busy painting French galils.
Maybe like one of your French galils.
Yeah, I think he is actually.
Are we live right now?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, it's great. It's no secret. It's no
like one of your
secret.
French galils.
Yes, indeed. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to tonight's wild episode, where anything.
When you say that,
Well, that's fine. I don't trust it when I say that either.
that doesn't make me feel better.
Yeah, because I mean,
I don't think you're supposed
okay.
to.
So here's the thing.
Hanging out.
Here's the thing. Hey, Vic Straws, good to see you. Welcome to
Hey, Vix.
yeah, welcome to the stream tonight. What was my point? Oh, we're not gonna have a Styles tonight, and it's funny because earlier today he asked me. He's like, "Do you know if if the gang's gonna be up to anything like crazy today?" And I just looked at him and I was like,
Hello.
"Do I ever know what these monkeys are gonna be doing?" No. I was like, "That's my whole point."
Goats.
I
Oh
have
yeah, sorry.
teleportation circles and a bag of holding. I can do whatever I want. No.
Oh my goodness. Exactly. That's what I'm afraid of.
Resume later. It's fine.
It's like he's like, I don't know. He's like, after a second, he was like, oh, I don't know why I asked you that question. Like, I was like, I mean, odds are yes, but do I know what it is? No. They're always up to
Do I
something.
have this planned? Negative.
Negative. I don't think so. Whoa, who shifted? Who moved? What happened?
God damn it.
Who
Sonder.
died? Who died? It's fine. It's fine. This is
Here
fine.
has to talk in a Texan accent. Cowboy
A Texan accent? Is Sonder frozen forever? Wait, how did we... Where was he
Yes,
before?
Sonder is frozen.
Oh, he was up here.
Okay, you are not Madonna, so stop it.
There we go. Everyone shifted right back into place because it's great.
And Sonder, you're
Teleport everyone to Avernus. It's more fun that way.
That's
I'm pretty sure we're already there. Just saying. Just saying. All
Can you
right.
hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Robotic.
Yeah. Yes. Voltron. We
I was gonna
hear
say
you.
Sword on.
Sword on that too. Yeah. You just insert giant mechanical version of yourself here.
Rangers. No.
Oh no. He moved again. There he is. Got it. Now you're good.
Oh,
You're good.
better.
All better. We're safe. Safe. It's such a
I didn't get to
tease,
make
promising
my joke.
7, but showing up at 7:30. Dreamy, I swear to whoever, it's not my fault. Well, not really.
It kind of is your fault. We were waiting on you.
That's true.
Yeah, that is true.
Well, because you guys were here later. Anyway, that doesn't matter.
Oh, so it's
No.
Saunders' fault. My bad.
Oh no. It's so just like, yo. All right, let's go ahead and get started because we have a lot going on. Dungeon Dreamy for we're gonna have to set that up, Vix, because I do love that in your stream when people get bonked or the dungeon or they get sent to dungeon like timeout or whatever.
Hey, Joe.
It's really great. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. He was here as 4:56, so was I. I clocked. Yeah. I clocked. Okay, yeah, you did. All right. Anyway, here's the intro, and then we're gonna get started.
Eat fresh.
To answer your question, Shanks, the music was done by our Sonder. He's the one who wrote our intro song.
I'm not in the chat. I'm not in the chat.
He was like, Shanks was like, who did the music? It's really awesome.
Well, it turns out that
It's
Sonder
very
didn't
awesome,
do the
yeah.
music, and we'll move on.
From this point on, I'll give the credit to Galil. Galil did it.
You.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah. Hi, it's me. And then the intro, I drew that over the course of several decades. But yeah, Sonder, the Spotify musician. Exactly. Go to stream his song now. If you look up Sonder the Man, Sonder the Man on
This is
Spotify.
Spotify and
Doesn't
not
even go here.
SoundCloud.
Right. This is true. It could be SoundCloud, but it's not. It's Spotify. Sonder the Man. I'll put that in chat after the break.
I think you need to add that to socials.
I'll put it in socials. Yeah, you can find our Discord here, our Twitter here, and then you can look up Sonder here.
Yay.
We'll delete everything.
I will delete the world.
I
All
will
right,
make
guys.
you a profile.
Why does this just lead to a sad kazoo?
Oh, it's a trombone. All right, so we're playing D&D.
David Carradine playing the flute.
All right. Last we left off, our lovely band of hooligans found themselves in the Yuirwood, a place that exists somewhere between the material plane and the Feywild, a hideaway for the underground, a group of people who are working to aid those who are running from Thayan capture. Fuck. As you guys,
Good time.
Go on.
God damn it, Vix. You guys had made an interesting friend with the druid who runs the cluster, a group of small abodes that are both above ground and below ground, as a kind of midway point between the various cities there on the northern coast and wherever they might escape to on the south. Last time was very interesting because we had several interesting things happen. North became a whole boy.
Real
again.
boy.
I was gonna say a real boy, but he was already a real boy. He was made complete. No longer part hobgoblin, part human. He also had his memories of his recent past divulged to him. We had Iskra, who had some conversation with her handler, I guess, after a sort. Criterion, a member of the Knights of Silvermoon, who kind of gave her some more information as regards to what her and Renan's purpose kind of may be here. Who else do we have? We had Sol, who helped out in the ritual to help with North. Ardrin kind of got to talk a little more with the party and got to see some bonus little mystery bits from him as well. That sounded terrible. Oh, spider!
Bits.
We're going straight to the spider ponies. That's what we're gonna do.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the pony.
Mystery
That's
Bits
right.
and Spider Ponies.
Mystery
Title
Bits
of
and
your sex tape.
Not to be mistaken with the spider puppies.
My little spider.
Yeah.
Friendship is terrifying.
Amazing.
Graham already put it in the chat, but just for anybody not looking at the chat, the ship picture is officially up.
Oh, nice.
What kind
Before
of
the
ship
ship
is
is
it?
official, which is
Is
pretty
it like
impressive.
a Viking ship or like a,
It's a Viking ship. Yep,
Absolutely.
I
definitely.
want to say.
All the,
Oh,
all
nice.
the wood. Gotta make sure all the wood is there.
And then Sonder had also a nice little chat with Vianne at the very end, in which she revealed that she knew another water genasi from his same order.
I don't feel as special.
Yeah. So why don't we start there? Sonder,
Oh.
as Vianne is kind of walking with you. Let me switch this a little bit. And her form becomes the appearance of this water genasi before you. She gives you a moment to kind of take it all in before she changes her body back once again. Her form reverting back to that of Vianne. As I said, I do think it's time that the Platinum Order was rebuilt. This is not going to be a task that can be done overnight. But where I am able, I would like to assist you.
Absolutely. That is something that I have wanted since the collapse.
She looks around at the others that are kind of going about their business. She seems to consider for a moment. If I offered you the opportunity, would you like to go and visit the Southern Temple? I'm assuming you've seen no other aside from the one you were from.
If it presents itself, yes. But as much as I'd want to go, we have things here that we need to take care of beforehand.
I appreciate your focus. Before you leave then, if I have a moment, I have some things I must see to first, but if you have a moment, I will be happy to aid you in seeing part of, I suppose, your family.
How far away is the Southern Temple?
As the crow flies?
Really? I have...
No. It's a phrase. As the crow flies, it's hundreds of miles to the south.
I'm not familiar with this.
That's fine. It's an old druid saying. I, however, can make the journey much quicker. All I need is a few trees. But go see to whatever you need to do. I have some favors to ask to prepare for the ritual tonight. Perhaps I will see you soon. She kind of reaches up and pats your cheek gently.
Okay. I'll be here if you need me. If you need assistance with the ritual.
She kind of considers for a moment. I might.
I can provide water if you need.
She kind of nods and smiles. And you see her go and she kind of turns and makes her way to go see to North, who has been kind of sitting by his lonesome for a minute. As I recall, Galil and Renan, you guys were gonna go and kind of explore around the village or the cluster. Okay.
Explore.
Explore.
Out into the woods, I believe.
Yeah. Out into the woods you go. Excellent. All right. So, Kindred, what are you doing?
Well, people are breaking off, and I'm looking around. Who's still at the table-ish? Just Saul.
Sol and Iskra. So literally my next question was going to be asking who was still around.
Y'all want to have a contest?
What do you have in mind?
This makes me worried already.
Oh, it'll be fun. I mean, I kind of want to enjoy possibly my last day before I'm gonna be out for who knows how long.
You mean when you die?
I didn't want to think of it that way, but you know, embracing life means accepting death.
Okay, I think that is good for tonight. Yeah.
But here are my terms, and I'll reach in my bag of holding and I'll pull out the Face Strength Silver Thornberry.
Oh boy.
And how like big are y'all far across the table from me, or like?
Well, there's
are
not
we-
really any tables. It's kind of like a bunch of seating around what had been like the center little campfire. So it's kind of like you can move your stump or rock or whatever they have out for seating wherever you want. So you can kind of move it.
It's like that scene in Men in Black where he's like, and so I'll come up to y'all and pull it out, and I'll toss it to you, Soul. Catch. Take a good look at it.
What is this?
It's well, I got lucky, and one of the very few short periods of times that we went into the Feywild, while everyone else in Pigug was getting a squirrel out of a cage, I went and took some clippings from a plant and brought it home. And had Brazel craft me a terrarium, and now I have a small supply. This is where I make y'all's potions.
Oh, nice. So
But,
it has leaves.
Well, yeah, look at it, and I hand it to you that way you can like study and look at it, get a feel for it, and you as well, Iskra. So, Evian said these might actually grow around here since we're kind of in between. Y'all want to say after an hour who finds the most wins?
What do we win?
I don't know. What shall we wager? Name your terms.
I don't really have anything in mind.
I can't think of anything that I would want.
You don't have anything I want.
Well, I have something in mind. It's simple, and it's easy, and it'll be fun. If I win, I want a simple kiss. Anybody? Who this? No, like no tongue or anything. No. Like just friendly goodbye.
You are you saying you want the kiss before you die, or after?
Before, but I'm not dying, Soul.
Okay. What do you mean?
He is a druid. He might know a thing or two about how this works.
I'm trying not to think about that, Iskra.
Oh, did you not know?
I cast death on myself for a little bit.
He's like, I don't want to hear. I don't want to know.
I don't want to win.
Wait, I don't want to wait for our lives to be over? Is that what you were about to say? I don't want to wait for our lives. Anyway, go on. Sorry.
But yeah. I know it's kind of stupid, and I'm actually like, as pink as I am, I'm turning even more pink or red, however you want to look at it.
Nice.
You don't have to
all right.
win any
Oh, look,
contest
it's
to
a
get the
walking-
kiss.
Tomato.
Tomato.
You're off in the bushes, okay, doing who knows what with Khalil. Leave us alone.
He's just a random bush. All of a sudden has like wings that pop out. So,
Then if I win, I want a quill and some nice paper. Soul, you can get me a quill. Something nature-y. I'll take the paper from you, Kindred.
Fair enough. Soul?
I will ask of something at a future time because I cannot think of anything that
Ooh, cryptic.
I
Interesting.
I'll take it.
there's not much that I need. Nature pretty much provides everything.
Sounds like a deal to me.
So,
You see Vianne walking over to you guys, North has gotten up and is following a one of the villagers to one of the hovels.
Graham.
And it's so good. It's so good. And then she walks over to you three. I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Oh, no. We were about to place a wager.
Wanted a kiss if you won a contest that.
I'm even
Oh.
more red now.
A kiss? From anyone in particular? She kind of looks around mischievously.
I'm guessing from me and Iska, right? Did I understand that correctly?
I'm mumbling. I'm
I
trying not
winked
to
at
look-
Bien.
I didn't think I'd be put on the spot in front of the leader of the village, so yeah.
Can you... What was the terms of this contest?
Who has the ingredient now? I figure Iskra.
Yeah.
Well, since you said those
Hold it
might
up.
grow here, we were gonna spend an hour, and whoever can find any of them or the most of them wins.
Count me interested. But if I win...
Oh no!
She kind of smiles. Soul, care to accompany me into the woods?
Okay.
I put my hand behind my back and I instantly message Iskra, Alliance.
Teams!
I'm gonna solo spies murmur Kindred only, and it's like definitely 2 druids.
Soul, I have some things to discuss with you. Let us go and may the best troop win. And she kind of smiles slightly deviously, just a little mischief in the corner of her eyes.
Starting to think that this might be an unfair advantage for us, but okay.
We'll take our time. Let's say be back before the sun reaches that point. And she kind of points up into the afternoon sky. So you have approximately like 4 hours.
Okay. May the best hunter-gatherer win.
She takes your hand and kisses the backside of it. Indeed. And she walks away. Soul in tow.
I immediately, as soon as like they're like 10, 15 feet away, I look at Iskra, like, I got it. Instantly cast sending to Graham.
Like, Graham,
Who's Graham? Who? I'm sorry?
Ardrin.
I instantly break the fourth wall.
That's how serious I am.
Well, apparently I've already had that kind of power for going from chat to in here, so continues to extend like Neo in the Matrix.
Ardrin, Iskra and I need you now. No time to explain. Come back. It's urgent. Lives are at stake. And I'll leave it at that.
Inside check.
God.
Inside.
With the power of his voice and his mind. Yeah, sure, why not?
What is this bullshit? He was in the middle of a conversation with his warlock patron, and he kind of just goes, "Sorry, Dylan, I gotta go deal with whatever the hell else just happened.
Don't
Talk to you a little later."
You feel this comforting reassurance inside your self, your presence, your mind, and you're just like, she understands.
Hey. And he just goes to wander over wherever this mayhem is about to unfurl.
And you kind of had the thought, just a little, this may actually be serious, until you walk around the corner from where you'd been, and you just see them kind of like nervously pacing by the fire.
I'm gonna point at Kindred. I'm gonna say, you know that I wouldn't see like a ship if it hit me in the face. So what we're gonna do instead is I'll mobilize the people, and I start looking around for all of the survivors and for Lareth and Falazan,
Oh
And
my
I'm trying to
god.
persuade them to our cause.
Open scene cuts to the airship just scanning the forest.
Oh my gosh. Make a persuasion check. Arden, you walk over to watch like Iskra like dart over to where a bunch of the survivors are at.
Great.
All right, folks, where's the fire?
Okay, and I explain the whole details of the term and how we might be in our over our heads because we don't know what she's capable of, and it's kind of scary. And that doesn't help.
And Ardra knows.
So, let me see if I can get this straight. You decided to start a scavenger hunt with a spider queen in her nest with a druid and another druid.
I didn't think this through, obviously. It was supposed to be fun, and she just kind of turned it into competition. Like,
Oh, sweetie, ain't no competition at this point.
I know. That's why I messaged you. Lives are at stake.
Fucking lives are you talking about?
Mine.
Sweetie, no, that's just pride. Does a long rest help with that, or you need some kind of ointment, salve?
Well, okay.
Oh,
maybe
God.
do you want to help us or not? Or do you know? Can you point us in the right direction?
Brad, what am I even looking for again?
Pull out this.
God, can you just describe what that is? Because all you said was I pulled this out.
Oh, so it is a Fey Strength Silver Thornberry. So it looks very much like normal Fey runs Silver Thornberry leaves, twigs. Hold on a second, let me pull it up.
Mm-hmm.
However,
It's a plant.
we got it. Yeah, it's like clippings from a plant, but it's got like medicinal powers. And since I got it from the Feywild, it's got magic imbued out of its ass. And so like, whereas a normal Silver Thornberry can like heal you for 1 HP, this heals you for like 5 HP and gives you nutrients for the entire day.
And it makes you regular.
That tue. Pure for men.
Oh no.
Ooh, wow.
Extra
Fey
fiber.
panacea. Here's your hunger and your bowels.
Cannon, Druid.
Mhm.
Facts.
So,
I mean, I'll go along for the sheer fun of it, but
Good rune.
that's pretty good. Yeah, I'll go along for the fun of it, but
Thank you,
I think you
thank
may
you.
have picked a bit of an uphill battle there.
yeah, I know, but well, it'll give us something to do. Just don't know what will come out of it, but all right, let's do this. Otherwise, we're wasting time, and I'm panicking.
Alrighty.
I rolled a 21 to mobilize the people in the
Damn.
background.
Oh god.
So, as the people start to gather around you guys, the terms, are you telling them everything, Kindred? Or Iskra, are you telling them everything? Or just that we need to find this as quickly as possible?
I'll let them know that it's a game, but that these are powerful healing medicine anyway.
So it's beneficial either way.
You know, you've just been through
Exactly.
some horrible, life-altering trauma. Want to play a scavenger hunt?
That's exactly what just happened.
I guess I have repressed childhood memories. My dad wasn't there.
He didn't help me with the scavengers at all.
Oh my God.
Except Iskra has a way with words. So.
So, with that, you said you rolled. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No,
I
go
was
for
just gonna say, while she's rustling the people, Arjun's gonna try and rustle up an ally of his own to subvert some expectation.
All right. What are you doing?
He's gonna try and lure out. Oh, now it just sounds wrong. Peter.
Make an animal handling check.
Oh, this is gonna be awful.
I'm kind of sticking with Ardrin since Iskra's like gathering the troops.
I am gonna use my inspiration to re-roll that.
Go for it.
The first roll was better. 13.
13. you kind of do the little whistle that you have trained Peter with, and dropping down from the trees above is the tiny Peter spider.
Puppy spider.
Peter spider.
Something Peter tingle.
The little spider comes down, and it's probably about the size of like a large squirrel as it just kind of sits on your arm.
I thought we said that Peter was the size of like a corgi.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you're right.
No.
I forgot. Corgi size. Got it.
Eight-legged, yeah.
Eight-legged. It's just an eight-legged corgi. Yeah, it's fine. This is fine. Elvie's like, no. Don't ruin corgis for me. I love it so much. Okay, continue. Go on.
Elvie, buckle up. It gets so much
And see,
worse.
this is what North missed. Who knew?
Yep. All right, so you get. Are you getting?
He's gonna try and like convince Peter to go against Vian, the local spider queen,
Sure. He's down for it. You
for
know.
nothing more than a Scooby snack.
Yeah, basically. All right.
If you find the good prune, you can have it.
The good prune you can have. All right, so you guys exit the village and begin your hunt for this not exclusive, this not reclusive, this plant. that is elusive. Thank you. It was in there. I was getting there eventually. This elusive plant. Go
Julio
ahead.
and I just walking around. Everybody just walks past us
You're
looking
like,
for a plant. Like,
what is happening?
What?
It's like
What's going on?
the strawberry fest.
Meanwhile, Renan and Galil are being killed by giant spiders somewhere. It's like, hi, help us, help.
It was elusive, exactly.
Oh no.
So, go ahead, Ardrin, Kindred, and Iskra. Go ahead and roll survival checks with advantage, as you are looking about for these things. Meanwhile, while this goes on, Galil,
20 for a total of 21.
21, perfect. Okay, hold on, write this
That
down.
advantage. was
And for
so
those who are
important.
curious, I put a snippet of the creation of the Face Strength Silver Thornberry in the Game of Santos art Discord.
Okay, cool, awesome.
Beautiful.
Iskra.
I originally rolled a critical fail, but my advantage roll ended up being equaling a 20.
20. Ooh, perfect. And then Kindred.
So first roll's nat 20 for a total of survival, you said?
Yeah.
Nat 20.
21. Oh, 22.
22. Awesome. I'm going to roll. We'll do 2 more.
Team Failbig's not doing so bad now.
Iskra still was accurate and was not personally finding anything, but the people are doing pretty good. Seems like.
All right.
Go
We
forth,
got-
my minions.
We got a 13 and a 15 on the 2 bonus rolls that I'm adding to your total. So, or to the average there. Meanwhile, let's see here.
Mummy.
Meanwhile, elsewhere in the forest, Galil and Renan, as you guys are out and about, what are you guys doing?
I am scouting the area, trying to find an animal, or 2, or 3. I'm just searching around to see what kind of animals there are around here.
Okay.
But I'm also trying to find like
that's the goal.
actual spots to like hang out, like any type of. How should I put this?
hunting hide.
Kind of, yeah.
So just like a spot to kind of sit and watch the animals that are in the area, that kind of thing.
Pretty much.
Okay. Make a survival check for me, and then Renan asked you a question also.
Yeah.
I'm assuming I was informed that this is the goal.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm just tagging along because I'm waiting for a big chunk of wood to get delivered to the ship, so I'll help.
22.
That's true.
The chopper.
Does he get advantage?
Sure, if you're helping him out.
Go 22.
No, no.
It's like
tried,
we're
damn it.
suck.
God damn it.
Okay. Roll a d4 for me.
Eeny, meeny, miny, you. Get over here. A 3.
Okay.
That's good.
As you look about the forest, you follow these little paths that kind of wind their way in and out of the woods, kind of circling around outside of the range of the spiders that kind of inhabit closer to this village. You find yourself a little open space, a nature trail of sorts. This doesn't look like it's a trail that is made by people as much as it is like animals. And you find like there's a little burbling stream that kind of goes through this area that kind of is coming out of some large rocks, a spring of sorts. You know, this is a good spot to kind of like post up and watch and wait. At the moment, there's no animals, but you wait.
Okay.
Alrighty. Do you just, where are you waiting at? Like just trying to hide or just kind of just like relaxing in the shade?
You want to go up high?
I can work with that.
I'll meet you up there and I climb the tree.
And I take a few steps away from the tree, look for a good path up, and
What was that again?
and
Right into a giant spider web.
Oh no!
Don't worry, I have fireball ready for that.
Oh, nice. All right, you fly up and you guys find a nice little branch, probably about 40 or 50 feet up into the air.
One that's like stable enough to hold out weight.
Yes, I would imagine you are smart enough.
Yeah. I got that out there.
I don't know. He fell off of a tree that one time.
Hey, that's first session.
That was first.
Literally first
D&D game ever. All right. Make perception checks, both of you.
sight or sound.
Your
Dirty
choice.
20.
Whatever you'll be using.
Well, I get advantage, so
I didn't hear what you said. You were muted.
Yeah, you're.
no, that is a 27.
27. All right.
27, 20.
So basically sitting up in the tree, like as soon as we get ourselves posted, Khalil looks over at Renan, and Renan's eyes are just like the pupil is a saucer. Just
Are you okay over there?
fine.
You both
Just
know.
prefer being up high.
You both notice down by the start of the spring, from this vantage point, something looks off or different about where the water comes out of the rock. It's almost like you're looking down through broken glass, and you can see that there is a strange shatter point of lines that kind of catch the light and refract it in sort of like a prismatic sort of way. And it kind of very slow, often kind of like shifts and moves a little bit. And you hadn't noticed it from the ground so much, but now up from this height. And now staring down at this spot for a couple of moments, you're able to notice that it kind of shifts and moves a little bit.
Do you see that?
Enough. Beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah. Huh. Wonder why it's doing that though.
The Feywilds have always been an intriguing place to me.
I was literally there for like maybe 10 minutes last time.
Well, the last time that I was in a Feywild was for 20 years.
Oh.
Weird
How did
stuff
that go?
happens. Weird stuff happens in the Feywild.
That's what I'm told.
Never, ever take a drink from a satyr.
Words to live by.
Wow. Bad experience? Or just couldn't handle good liquor?
Well, it was an experience, that's for certain. Don't know if I'd say it was bad. Definitely an experience.
Soul.
I'm loving this character development.
Goodness sake. Wait a minute. Aaron, did you set the mood? Is that what the goal was here?
I am not doing anything. Have I said anything? I'm just sitting here. I don't know what you're
Nah,
talking.
Oh, just
shimmery
natural,
water.
baby.
Shimmery water, really. Cool.
They're in Fern Gully.
Oh wow, that just brought back a whole lot of memories. All right.
Yeah, a song
Make it
too.
grow.
Mm-hmm. All
Wow.
right. So you guys kind of just sit and wait for a while. We are going to move over to Soul. All right, let's see. As you guys are leaving, Vianne takes you over to her abode. And she gathers a large, like, it's almost like a duffel, not quite a duffel bag, but it's like a backpack where it has like the drawstring on the top.
Oh god.
And so she has two of those, and she hands one to you, and it's relatively light. It's filled, but it's relatively light. And then she picks up another and like straps it over her back, and starts to walk out of the village. She extends her hand out for her, like she kind of loops your arm in hers, as she has a tendency of doing, you have noticed, with everybody. And she walks out of the village. You guys have heard, you kind of heard and saw a little bit of the mass exodus from earlier as you kind of were waiting outside of the abode, and she brought the stuff over to you. You kind of saw the people just kind of take off the opposite direction. And Vianne, unconcerned, leads you to the opposite side. So, how well do you know Kindred?
Well, I would like to think that I know her pretty well. I will admit, though, that it has only been a short while. How long has it been, actually?
According to our research, it's been probably about a month.
Yeah.
Time flies when you're having fun. I feel like it's been years.
We talked about this pre-stream, like a couple, was it last week or the week before last? About how long it had been since Silvery Moon till this point, and it was like some 16, 17 days, give or
Yeah, it's
take.
like 18 days in
Yeah.
now.
So, oh yeah, that's true. So the time that you had traveled before Silvery Moon, I think that was like 7 days or something like that. So we're looking at about like a month. And
And
months
this is
are
what the
30 days.
10-day work week,
10 day week. So there's three weeks per month.
Yeah, so I don't think I know her that well, but we've been through so much together that it does feel like I've gotten to know her pretty well. I know that I can trust her, I think.
You think?
Her magic can be scary, so
Does she trust you?
I think so. Yeah, I would think so.
Before, just so that we are clear, as much as I intend to participate in this challenge, I had already intended to go into the woods anyway. I was going to have you come with me. I have some ingredients to gather for tonight's ritual.
Okay.
Before,
And
as part of it, one of the things that is very important when you're casting these sort of magics is that you know the soul of the person extremely well, or at least well enough. It might be beneficial if you spoke to those who know Kindred well, aside from speaking to Kindred as herself, but having a firm grasp on who a person is rather key part of any sort of resurrection or calling to an individual. Just as there are ways for us to speak to the animals and allow them to send messages for us or give messages for us, we must know who it is we are speaking with. And the same applies to this, if not on a much deeper level.
that makes sense. I guess this would mean that I would need to speak to our friends who have known Kindred more than I have.
That's probably for the best. Everyone seems to be out and about doing their own thing, however. Perhaps we'll have to wait till dinner. But I would definitely say that speaking to them before the ritual would make things go a little easier.
Okay, yeah, I will do that.
She...
It is also important for me that this goes well for you.
That is good. She kind of like pats your arm a little bit as she was walking along with you. Kindred seems like an earnest soul, although I feel like there is much more than meets the eye. I could become a hindrance. Let us hope not. She kind of leads you down this path that is no longer becoming a path. It is more almost like just walking through the forested underbrush. And you walk for probably about 5 to 10 minutes before you come to a clearing. Let me see here. With a small stream that runs from a pool of water. There is a, it's not like the largest of pools, but it looks like another spring is coming out from over these rocks and creating a little cascade of water into this pool. And it's a very peaceful glen. Make a perception check for me.
I got a natural 1, but if you want to add my modifier, that's a 6.
You know, perfect. Sounds Amazing. She comes to the water's edge and she takes her pack off and sets it down against a rock. She leans down and brushes a finger across the surface of the pool. And we've kind of been like peeking around at this glade. And the water starts to move as if something is swimming beneath the surface but is invisible. And that you notice. But you don't notice the other people that walked out of the trees around you. Not until they are but a few feet away. Women with attire and bodies that seem to be garbed in bark, with their hair that look like falling leaves and ferns. You see there is a short, young man, probably in what would appear to be in human terms late to mid-teens, has like stepped up from the grassy sides surrounding this pool of water. And the water itself. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Soul is a little bit surprised by all of this, all of a sudden. Can he do an insight check just to see if he feels like he's in any danger right now?
Sure.
"23."
23. Looking about at these individuals, you don't sense hostility, but you do recognize dryads and various various other creatures of the forest, fae of the forest, from the water itself, invisible at first until rising up are like water nymphs as well. You kind of turn back to Vienne as she had her finger on the surface of the water, and as she raises her finger up, it's as if another finger and a hand follows her, and almost as if she's pulling this nymph from the water itself. So, I would like you to meet the allies of the underground. She kind of gestures around to all of them present around you. And they all just kind of look over at you with curiosity.
I have never seen people like these before, but it feels like, is it safe to say that these are of the Fae?
They all kind of, you hear like a collective like giggle and chuckle that kind of surrounds you from all of the individuals that are standing with you right now. One of the dryads comes over to you and just like is looking you up and down as if she'd never seen a furbolg before. She kind of like touches your ears and kind of like lifts them a little bit and moves them around and grabs onto your face and just kind of like moves it to like study you from all angles.
Is she blind?
She speaks in Sylvan. I'm curious. I haven't seen many of your people on the material plane before.
Have you seen my people in the non-material plane before?
She nods. It's quite a few.
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't think anyone from my village has met. I don't know, actually.
Vienne kind of steps in. Is my sister here? The dryad looks over at her. She's close by. She looks back at you again. Do you wish to speak with her? And Vian nods slowly. That is why I came. The dryads kind of all step back, and they all take like a couple steps back from you. Okay. The dryad goes over to the closest tree, which is probably a good 5 feet around. And she like traces a finger down its length, and it splits open almost like the separate pieces of a tent being pulled aside. And you can see inside is a tunnel that leads to another space. And from it, another almost mirrored image of Vian steps out.
Soul's looking at both of them.
It's almost to the point where it's like one has her hair. If like you can imagine, it's like one has a ponytail that kind of goes off a little bit to the right. The other one has a little ponytail that goes off a little bit more to the left. But they're just like identical. It's just like the smallest of details that just kind of mirror each other. She, Vian looks at her and just like, I have brought you the silks. All right. And I have brought you all the things that you've requested. Vian looks over at you, Soul, and kind of like motions for your pack.
Oh, right. Forgot I had it on.
There's a brief interchange where the two of them kind of like seem to be speaking to each other, but there are no words that are spoken. And you kind of get that feeling of like, oh, so this is what it feels like. As their like facial expressions kind of change as if they're having that conversation without words. And finally, the other one looks over at you. I am Loom, by the way.
It is nice to meet you, Loom. My name is Soul.
Vian speaks highly of you. You seem to be quite the accomplished druid.
Thank you. That makes me feel happy hearing that.
She grabs a pack that she had with her and hands it over to Vian. 2 bottles of Fey Stag Essence, as you asked. 4 quarts of Almond Basilisk Breath, 1 vial of Troll Luster, 8 Crackler Feathers, and 3 rock weights of Whiskered Citrus. I hope that this is everything that you needed. Vian nods slowly. Then Loom looks back over at you, Soul. If, for whatever reason, you would like to visit the Feywild one day, we could certainly use more druids.
I would really like to visit the Feywild. It sounds... I don't know what it sounds like, but I'm very curious. I don't know when I can do that, though, because we have our own goals and plans that we have to achieve here, too.
Oh, right. I forgot that there was a war here also.
And then we're also looking for the type of silver leaf with berries on it.
Why would you want any of those?
It's for the contest.
A contest? What do you win?
I don't know yet. I was going to let them know later what I decided that I want, because there's not much that I want.
She kind of looks at you quizzically. Rule number 1. Always know the terms of your arrangement. Why would you enter a contest without knowing what the prize was going to be?
That is a good point.
But this might work in your favor. If you didn't agree on what it was that you are going to get, who's to say what it is that you were going to ask for to begin with? She leans forward, and you see the mischievous glint, the same as her sister had earlier. Make sure it's a good one. She kind of winks at you.
Okay.
It's like, well, I will leave you to your material plane things, sister. Vian, the same kind of mirrors the image of her just going sister as well.
Yeah. Jen?
A few moments like of silence kind of pass between the two of them before Loom turns around and walks back in through the tree. And then as it slides shut, sealing itself into a whole trunk once again, you look about and there is nobody present.
Is Vian still there?
Yeah, I meant,
Okay.
I mean, aside from you two, but like
Yeah.
none of the other creatures are present.
The Soul looks down at his feet on the ground. He's like, even this area, I can feel that it is different here too.
Well, she points over at the pond itself. She goes, if you were to swim beneath the waters there, you might find that when you reach the surface, you are not exactly where you left. This is one of the strongest points. And the ones that you met here are hiding away from their own terror. They stay here to hide away. They've lost their homes as well.
So there's terror in the Fey wild as well.
That is what I am told. I haven't seen it for myself. Shall we go back?
Okay. There is. I have seen a lot, and there is a lot in my mind at the moment.
Ah, yes, you do have a lot. We do have a lot going on today. Tell you what. Why don't we take a little more time on our way back? We want to give them a fair chance.
Okay. I was going to just make more of them bloom. So
She picks up her finger and boops you on the nose. And that is why you will make an excellent druid.
Oh, you dirty dog. Iskra, I just want to say I'm sorry.
All right.
See
This
what
is
kind
why
of
Archer
eternal
did not
contract
agree
we wind
Right.
find ourselves in.
We don't talk about the day the three of us split and never returned again.
Oh my
Oh no,
goodness.
Archer's gonna go right back and say, those fuckers buggered off.
All right. So, let's see here. All right. So, while you guys are on your way back, Kindred, Iskra, Ardrin, are you with the search party?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He just never agreed to any terms. He was just, I'm here for the fun of it.
Perfect. Alrighty. Let's see here.
He wants front row seats to this splash zone.
Fair enough. Alrighty.
Better all right. No.
As you guys have been searching, you see, you do find a couple of clumps of the plant you're looking for. However, It is not of the Fey strength variety, but the regular one.
That's always fine, like for the whole time.
You, yes. I'll say that you guys have found. I'll say there are between everybody else.
Because they radiate magic, right? That's what we decided as well. Not
Well,
strong,
if you-
but a little.
There's just there's a difference to them. But I will say in some of your proceedings, you did find a spot where reality seemed to twist a little bit. Almost as if a shattered glass had frozen in space. There was points where there are fractures, and like staring at it from one angle it looks fine, but as you walk like around it, not even on purpose, you see that it almost looks like jagged little pieces of glass that are frozen in the air, mirroring what you see, but in different ways. And it kind of gives you a pause for caution as you realize probably just blindly looking around in these woods with your head down may not be the best idea. But you will find 20, we'll say there's 20 bunches that you guys find between you and the whole village. Not you particular, just like as a group collectively.
So 20 harvestable, or
Yes.
like out of the 20 we could take 10 and know that we won't like wipe out.
That is hard to say. That is up to you. We'll say that you found 20 bunches. Whatever you want to do with those 20 bunches is up to you.
Whatever
Do you
I
want us to
find,
take
then
all of these.
I'll take half of whatever I find.
Okay.
Look at Arjun, like is half okay? Would she be mad? Would she take everything? I don't know. Half?
Ain't my area of expertise, but I wouldn't go around depopulating the local flora.
That's what I'm thinking. Half. Does it sound fair, Iskra?
Seems fine by me. I mean, this place is pretty vast.
Yeah. Okay, as I pull
Says the
out.
person who didn't have forests where she grew up.
Yeah, just like there's more trees here than I've ever seen.
Hey, but out of all the like the Ravnica guilds, Simic is like more nature-ish.
Yeah, but ocean aligned more.
That's deep.
But
Okay, so yeah, half.
While they're scrounging for flowers, Arjun's gonna find one of these sort of breaks in reality and kind of just sort of trace the edges. As he's kind of just musing about what he knows is on the other side.
Do you know what that is?
Kind of just waves Kindred over.
I almost got this last. Okay.
Own finger right off.
there you go.
Just goes like the full
Maintain.
Gallagher spurt going
Yeah.
on.
I'll like come over like, it's a secret.
Nah. And he kind of just waits for some of the shards to kind of spin or shape, shift in the right angle, and he kind of just points in kind of a direction through it to see just a little bit of what is on the other side. That, like a lot of what's going on in this forest, is a little bit of the Feywild starting to bleed through.
You
Kind of how I
say it-
got here in the first place.
Okay. Oh, wow. So there are a lot of these. I want to touch it. Like you literally touched it, right?
I don't know if I can do that. Aaron never said if I couldn't. Bro, I know. I pulled back this erased stump like a Marty McFly.
It looks. It's
It's
just
a
like
pincer.
it's all staticky and like jagged. Like, yeah, no,
Like,
it,
well, I guess there's another
this
ritual
shitty-
that needs to get done.
It's all pixelated.
yeah,
It's a
all
transcription error.
Just don't touch anything else with
It's
it.
missing no.
He's derezzed.
Like
No,
the Moon Knight.
it is almost physical. It isn't like you're touching sharp glass. It isn't like you're touching a solid object. It's almost,
I'm picturing like Doctor Strange when she's like the mirror dimension.
yeah,
Yeah,
it is kind of like that.
I feel like it's pressing against
it
air that
gives
has
a little
slightly
bit
more density to it. Like you're pushing
I
on an
wasn't-
invisible, like, cotton
Yep.
candy or something.
I wasn't gonna say it's quite like Jello-like, but it like gives it has a little bit of tension before your hand kind of slips through it, if that
Like,
makes sense.
The creme brulee crusting.
Kind of, yeah. It's a little. It's
You
like I
laugh,
said.
but you
It's
know
a,
what
it
it
is
is.
a little thick. It's a little thick, but it's not solid. But
The
it's
air
not.
wall when you go into a grocery store.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, kind of like that. It's just like there's a difference there. So it's tangible. And I guess what's weird is that as soft as it is, it has such hard and sharp defined features to it. But it's there.
Well, I guess if we lose really bad, and depending on what Soul wants, we can always escape to the Feywild. Iskra.
Well, so you said
I wouldn't recommend it.
Fey
Yeah.
Strength Thornberry, right?
Silver Thornberry.
Well, it's probably gonna be in there.
But there's going to be a lot of other stuff in there.
The others you got to worry about is time doesn't quite work the same way. You might come out last week. You might
Time is a weird
show
soup.
up next year.
Iskra ponders a moment that she's already somewhere where time doesn't work the same as her home realm. It's like, She shrugs. I don't have anything to lose.
Ooh.
Just tie
I-
a rope around me or something.
Well. I physically go. Sorry, Ardrin. And then whisper to Iskra. Do you want to cross multiple dimensions with that trinket that we don't know how it might react?
Well, there's only one way to test it, right?
Oh God, no! Please don't! Please don't leave me. And I push her. No.
don't leave me.
Don't worry, I'll save us.
Yep.
What time is it anyway?
You have about an hour and a half left.
What time of day is it? I kind of lost track.
You're like
You're
early
messing
afternoon. No, you're like early afternoon.
But because it's a weird ass forest and it's got kind of this Fey realm twilight permanence going on, is it actually like daytime or is it just all
Yeah.
kinds of wonky?
No, it's
Okay.
daytime. Mm-hmm.
Had to check.
Yeah. What are you guys doing?
Well, hold on. Maybe we can at least test a little bit of this.
Well. Oh.
Just
Actually, you know
gonna
what?
kind of like back them up a tiny bit, and he's gonna cast dancing lights to try and go through it, just to see if that goes through.
Mm-hmm. How long does that last for?
Let's find out. It's a really good question. Up to 1 minute.
Cool. What do your dancing lights look like that you send out there? As the little magic sounds come through the song.
Are they doing salsa or flamenco,
Yeah.
hip hop?
No.
Well, I would say there's 3 lights. They're all doing something different. They're all
They're doing
independent
the
that way.
cha-cha slide and YMCA.
Listen.
But all 3 just get aggressively louder at each other, telling each other to listen. I'd say it would be sort of 3 magenta lightsaber kind of glowing
Mm-hmm.
like spheres,
Yeah.
and they kind of just flit on through. And this
Yeah.
You
little
see them through like this
spinning-
crystal wind wall.
You see them kind of like dancing and moving, almost as if they have a little life of their own. And as they pass through, you see them exist for a moment on the other side of that fractures in reality. And it comes to like, I would say where you're at, there's like little pieces, right, of different sizes, but you can see that the further along you go, the more there are more present, and then they become like more together. So it's almost like something explodes outwards, and so there's like the shards, the further
going
away
through the prism, spreading out, and then
Correct. So then you see the little light as it passes through, and it goes to the other side, and it looks like you're seeing it through glass, and
I
it
just
fades,
cast
and it fades immediately.
Mage hand, and I just like do like a when you go across like a calm stream and just like watch the ripple effects. Like, oh, that's cool.
So as the hand passes through each of these, the
stream of lava,
fractures, the fractures stay the same, but the hand changes and morphs as it like passes through these things.
That's cool. Ready for the next step?
I am.
Okay.
New campaign.
It's like in Dark Souls, a new title shows up.
Right.
So it's like,
Who's
We
got
do
the
what we
quick
want.
save button?
So you got me, Iskra?
Oh, you want to go?
Well, kind of yes and half no. And I'll lean down and I'll put my arm out and then making my way.
Oh,
Ah,
He is from the Fae, so Malzahar will slither out and he'll kind of like turn back and like look at me, and like in Harry Potter when he's like thanks and bows.
As he goes to
But
it.
he does it to Iskra, and then he turns back and goes through. And after he goes through, my eyes go white and I go into him.
as you're doing that, like, wait, if there is a time difference, would you be just kind of trail off?
the little mouse falls into the small space and falls to the other side, out of sight. And then you see a small glowing sphere of minty green pops back up into sight. And because it's like you're looking through a broken window, right? So you can see what looks like forest that kind of matches what you're seeing. But Miles like goes over that edge, and once he disappears onto the other side, he just like, because he can't fly, he just falls to the ground, but he is not where you would imagine him falling in front of you. And then you see that little green orb kind of dance and move in front of that one broken spot. Your sight doesn't work.
So I'm like darkness and blind and like.
It's more of it doesn't connect all the way. Like there was a
Okay.
moment for it connecting, but until he passed through, and then it stopped.
Like when I try to scry and can't.
Correct.
Like that little. Okay.
There's just like there's a wall there, and now there is what you imagine a small Fey sprite on the other side of this little mirror broken bit, and it kind of like dances back and forth, and it moves quickly away and disappears out of sight, and it appears further down at another one that's like
Same color.
4 or 5 feet, same color. Then it moves down and disappears for a second before it appears at one that was closer to the ground that you didn't realize was there.
Ardren, what did I do? Is this normal?
Maybe
then once
we
it hit-
attracted some attention.
And once it happens to go out the bottom, it pushes its way through, and that green minty light, as it passes through the shattered bit of reality, becomes a snake once again as it exits into the material plane.
And I'm talking to like it's Mal's, right? It's not like his evil twin.
he responds.
It's inside
to you,
out
he's
now.
Like, he's like,
Oh, it's inside out.
the snake is like, oh man, I've seen some shit.
It's
I
further
know
than
it's
you
been in my
think.
ropes.
10,000 years.
Please tell me somebody else has seen Event Horizon.
Yeah.
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 Now
Yes.
it's Malzahar the White.
Malzahar the White.
Why, you fools?
Inspiration for Soul.
Hey.
That was good. I
He's
like
already gonna win. Does he need more shit? No.
Hey,
Mal's
don't
returns,
blame him
and yes.
for your poor decisions.
that. Yes, it is Mal's.
Okay.
You
What do you
sense
see?
the presence.
How does he feel? Was he like, oh yeah, like it was nice being back home, or is he just kind of like, I was there,
Longing.
I saw Brooklyn, the
He
lines
has
are
limbs
long.
now.
Is a salamander. There's a sense of longing
Aw.
to him, but also a sense of duty.
Duty.
I mean, because it's not quite
That's how long
loyalty.
you've
It's
been
like
holding
it's not quite like a loyal. It's almost like a loyalty, but it's more of he has a job to do, kind of thing.
I don't want him to think he's my friend. It's not a job.
Kindred's truest friend is actually an employee.
Oh man.
Well, think of it
There's
this
some
way:
Your
insight. Soul.
indentured servant.
it could have been like a dog that's not that well trained. Like as soon as you let it off the leash, it's gonna like take off.
It's just like peace, sucker.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
The rest of the villagers have kind of gathered around you guys, seeing that you are entranced with this experiment.
wait,
I
like Iskris
kinda point
villagers or
at
like
it.
new villagers? Like
No, yours.
okay.
The ones that you have not indentured,
Corralled.
but the one that you have corralled into doing this thing.
Hey, folks, I wouldn't fuck around with these things.
Most of them shake their heads no.
Look
Yeah,
at Iskris
going-
like he just told us to fuck around with this thing.
Hey, he didn't go through.
What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna die in this Feywood. I'm not coming out of this.
Well, I think we've messed around as much as we ought to. Maybe we should try and find what we were here for and then head on back.
Yeah.
You got the sillies out, or you want to mess around with this thing some more?
No. Let's. I mean, we're gonna lose anyway. Let's enjoy what time we have while we look for them.
I think
I'll-
that's fair enough.
All right. As you guys turn and head back for a
I'm
meandering
gonna
walk.
do one more thing. As
Sure.
we leave.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take one of my 10 Ravnican Xenos out of my pocket and toss it through.
You see
So
it
just a little
for
I
a
was
brief,
here.
a brief second as it like almost like freezes midair, and then it makes it through the other side and then disappears.
Does it make like a little ding when it hits the wall? I imagine.
No sound. It just like pauses in that brief minute of hitting that thickness between realities and then goes through.
He said.
All right. So, as you guys meander your way back, just as you were leaving, Arjun, you take one last look back over at the shattered reality of this point in the Yuirwood. And for the briefest of moments, you feel like you see a pair of eyes staring back at you. A flash of red petals. And it fades.
He kind of just waves and walks away.
All right. You guys make your way back to the village. We turn our
Trying to
attention.
be proud, but know that we probably are kind of come out like really shitty compared to the druids. But you know what? We did good, guys. We tried. It was fun, and you know, you can't win them all.
As they're now
Indians.
slaves for Vian forever.
Anything we
Just kidding.
found is going to be useful. We can use these to make healing potions.
I'll show y'all. but don't fuck it up.
All right. So,
I like how Tom Brady was just challenged by Team Kmart.
I mean, you know, it happens. It's fine. Renan, Galil, you guys have spent some time up in this tree branch. And let me see here. What am I doing? This one. As you have seen, you know, a couple of birds come and go. You've seen a pair of rabbits that kind of moved in from the underbrush, coming over to drink from the stream. You've been up here for probably about an hour, and you hear something larger moving through the underbrush this time. It kind of moves just out of sight for Galil. Renan, you can see it a little clearer with your eyes. The movement of something.
They are eyes, okay?
These alleged eyes you have.
Renan, what did your elf eyes see?
Yeah.
Sorry.
We found shit.
These alleged eyes you contain.
I'd call him the desert.
Yeah. There is a brief little bit of fur that kind of moves below the underbrush. Something slinking towards the water.
I almost try to spice murmur Galil and then have the realization. I just very slowly.
What?
And your eyes see it, though you had seen the movement kind of, but it looked almost more like just breeze as it like moves across the foliage of the forest floor. And now that you're focused on it, you can see that there is indeed something about the size of a small dog, perhaps, moving just below and amongst from underbrush to underbrush. Something with green fur.
I'm gonna whisper. Do you want to get closer?
Don't want to scare it off.
That's why we're gonna have to sneak up on it.
You see it move closer to the water, and it does look like a small fox, medium-sized, a little larger than like a little thing. It's a decent size, but it has green fur. You can even see what from this height looks like bits of moss. And as it leans down to drink, it stops for a moment and looks around. And you can see its kind of has its eyes are a little larger than normal, and they are yellow. Almost yellow and orange. And then you see a third eye in its center open. And it looks about.
I'm gonna stealthily. Actually, no. I'm gonna subtly. Have to use meta magic somehow with Hunter's Mark. So that way I'm able to track this bitch.
Okay. What are you wanting to do?
Can you drop me somewhere down there and I'm gonna sneak up on it? I'm whispering to Renan.
So you're doing a hunter's mark?
Yeah, I'm casting Hunter's Mark, but as with the subtle magic, so without the verbal or somatics.
Right. So as you cast this spell on it and the hunter's mark kind of latches on to it, you see its third little eye flash a green color,
He didn't
and it
learn.
just like starts looking around, but doesn't seem to have noticed you yet.
Just how high up do you want me to drop you from?
Just enough to where I'm gonna be able to catch myself.
All right, so out of character. Approximately how high do I think that is?
At the height where it'll fracture but not split.
Just so that
So bring
he's
him
gonna.
down 5 feet from where we are and let go.
Yeah.
I got it. All
You
right.
know, like those baby
good,
ducklings that jump off the cliff.
Oh no! That's so terrible. I mean, they live, but it's still such a terrible sight.
And instead of dropping, you mostly just kind of like throw.
Just yeet him right off of the branch. All right,
For
so
this
you're.
situation, just drop him for like 40 feet.
Mm-hmm.
That should do it.
Oh, should be fine, right? You should be all right. That is like 10 feet. They were
be okay.
50 feet
To
up.
the point where I can catch myself on the ground without hurting myself, but I'm gonna stealthily try and catch myself and continue on from there.
Okay.
I hope you feel your.
Don't you
your,
fucking have
misty
step?
I want to.
I do actually. Thank you for reminding me.
Oh shit!
No!
have to get you within 30 feet.
Yeah.
This fox did nothing to you.
How tall is a 2-story house?
The last living green fox.
Did you hear David
Lives in this
Attenborough's
forest.
voice somewhere just talking about this fox? Seems to
It's gonna
notice
look great.
danger.
That's my coat.
Little did it know that the hungering Galil was waiting to pounce for its menagerie.
Its
No.
psychic abilities detected magic, but it doesn't know from where it came.
That's so perfect.
It's good.
Okay,
Oh,
so Renan,
However-
are you doing this thing?
Little does Galil
yes.
know
yes, I
that
am.
he would be the prey.
I'm going to try to stealth fly, so just gliding,
Okay,
basically. I'm gonna try not to beat my wings as
all right. You just kind of like
hard as
extend the wings and just kind of jump off and kind of catch the air and glide down.
All
Yeah.
the style.
just like Mummy taught us when we were little.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Go ahead and both of you make a stealth check as you leap from the bridge.
Now from the top, make it drop.
30.
Nice.
No.
Now that's some wet ass rolling.
That's a modded 19. And I feel like I did pretty okay with that. Damn it.
Yeah. It wasn't bad. Not terrible at all. Could have been worse or better. As you leap off and glide down across the ground or towards the ground, Galil, you make it to about the 30-foot range. What do you do?
I'm gonna use armor to use what do you call it? Misty step,
Misstep.
to where I can, without stepping on any leaves or rustling
Okay,
grass.
are you trying to just like appear in front of it and catch it, or like close to it?
Close to it. I'm gonna still stay stealth, though.
Right. You leap.
Right.
The magic fires. Oh, they rolled a 1. Fuck. You bamf with this like shadowy magic that just pulls you from Renan's arms, and you land on the ground. And it's virtually silent.
Done got me a gator.
You're probably only like you managed to land at just the right spot to where you are in its blind spot as it is like going down to drink. What are you doing?
I'm gonna try and sneak up close to it, but sneaking, of course.
Make another stealth check for me. Oh
Oh
god.
shit.
Oh god.
Oh no.
That was a mistake. I'm sorry. My bad.
Okay.
Where's my calculator?
Is it
I
the
can't
final
do math
boss
right
already?
Roll initiative.
Henry Crabgrass has come for revenge.
That was just
So-
his first form.
So 28.
28. You sneak closer a little bit, and you're probably within 5 feet, ready to move.
Hope the crocodile hunter stingrays you.
And the eyes that are on the front open on the back of its head and like look right back at you. Its ears perk up, and instantly it darts off in a way like at an angle past you to where you could possibly try and lunge for it.
I'm gonna lunge for it.
All right, make a attack roll, a grappling
Athletics?
roll, athletics. Yeah,
So athletics?
yeah,
Dead.
I can do athletics.
go for it. We'll contest this. So no,
18.
This
18.
poor critter.
You jump and grab a hold of it before it bamfs out from your grasp, and it does its own version of like a phase step, appearing probably like 10 feet from where it was at, and it starts bounding away.
I'm gonna run after it. I have Hunter's Mark on it.
You do. You have Hunter's Mark on, and you go off chasing it. It runs, and like you can see it, and Renan, you're just like, you're left there, like John Travolta once again, just going, what is happening right now? As Galil takes off into the
I am
woods.
now moving as stealthily, like as gracefully as I can through the trees.
Okay, you're like
Tarzan,
you're like
but with
keeping up.
beaks.
Yeah, you're keeping up with Galil as he's like running behind this little green fox, and it like bounds and leaps through the brush, and occasionally will like bamf into like turn into like moving leaves and wind before it turns back into itself a couple of feet away. And as it's running, you see it vanish one more time. Boof. But this time, it wasn't a disappearing of its own, as the earth mound that it was like running past reaches out with jagged teeth of earth and root and just consumes the fox in the blink of an eye before you, as the little grassy hill rises up to show itself as a grassy, apparently carnivorous piece of grass and earth, probably about only like 4 or 5 feet across. And you stop dead, like come to a dead stop as you realize the hunter mark is gone, as is that fox. You hear the crunching of earth and stone grinding things as you realize maybe there's more to these woods than you thought. And with that, we're gonna go on break.
We're innocent.
Yeah.
Well, I know what I'm doing next.
What have I done?
I know what I'm doing next.
I think so do I.
Yeah.
I'm curious if we're having the same thought.
Mm-hmm.
This bitch.
All right, so
Did you not learn anything the last time Oreo died and I died, Galil?
Well, that's why Oreo's at
Which
the.
time?
Orio's not
call it.
here.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
left her
why
on the
is
ship.
that?
I left her on the ship.
Because we thought we were Billy badasses and it was just us two, and we're like, oh, we can take Valendra. We got this bitch. Let's go. Oops. We did not have that bitch. Did not got this.
on that note, we will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Give us like 10 minutes. We'll be back to see what happens next.
That's all it took for her to kill us.
10 minutes.
Oh, that was time
Okay. Huzzah, we are back.
And welcome to Google Maps.
For real. For real, though. Okay.
For real? For real?
For real, for real. So.
Forever.
Oh my god. Where is this? Okay. So, this, as we just left off, I was like, trying to remember what we were doing. Just left off with Galil chasing a small fox into its doom, as it apparently just now got munched on by a carnivorous piece of ground. You stop, you skitter to a stop probably about like 6 or 7 feet off from this large block of earth, and it literally looks like just a piece of ground that now is standing on 4 legs, a mouth that stretches from one side of it to the other. No apparent like other features aside from that, as it just like you can see its mouth kind of like crunching something, and then you just hear like as it like swallows down whatever the creature was that it just caught.
The lawn mimic.
The lawn mimic, yes.
Look in horror at Galil.
What do you do, Galil? It just kind of like.
What?
I'm
is
just
a
gonna be able
lawnmower.
to just stand back and rating consumption. I'm actually gonna start using my wings. The black
Okay.
wings that everyone knew
Yeah.
shed into white light now.
Your
So
wings.
it's now like white fire coming out of my wings and my eyes and my mouth.
Yeah, he just looks like he's on fire now, Renan. A
Let's
bright,
go to the circuit party.
a white and
Um,
orange fire.
So I need to roll for something real quick.
I'm gonna roll for swoon.
Roll for swoon.
Roll for fangirl.
Just trying to figure out if this mound of dirt knows magic and just set him on fire, or if Galil has powers.
So yeah, Renan's kind of actually taken aback by the current display.
I want my job debt.
Nice.
Anyway,
What are you doing?
Oh,
Radiant
is it my-
consumptioning. Yeah. Yeah. Tell me more than that. What are you? What you doing?
I'm gonna pull out my long swords and go at it.
Oh. Okay. So we doing this. We just jumping right in.
Hmm.
You're just like. "Ah!" Just charge it. Okay. Cool. All right, roll for initiative, I guess.
30-20.
Cool.
oh no, I think I'm going after the beastie. 11. And that's with a +9 to initiative.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Even Herstnos is like,
Yeah. Like the fuck just happened?
And no, that's 100% canon. The reason that he takes so damn long to actually get into the fight is going to be because he's still sitting there like,
Renan is winged and says beastie. I have to wonder if he's related to Angelina Jolie now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. Canon. He's from.
he did take it in a little boy.
All right, Galil. What are you doing?
I'm attacking it with long swords.
All right, so you run up to this thing and it's just like kind of like moved a little towards you, and now that you moved, you can see that it now becomes more alert and it kind of just like shifts quickly in your direction. Go ahead and make your attack.
Natural fucking 20.
Congrats, you hit the
Nice.
ground. No.
I mean,
Literally.
Part was pretty definitely going to happen at some point.
Galil used toe the soil.
So I rolled a 7. That's doubled 14 plus 4, 18 plus the reading consumption, which is
I just imagine him like using all these spell slots, and I come up and like, oh shit, mold earth.
Whoa.
plus 11 to that.
Wait, were you doing damage?
18, 18. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm doing damage. 14, 18, plus 11, 29 for one swing.
One swing of pure malice and fire. Bring it on. It cuts through parts of this living sod piece, and now you can see some of the fire starting to burn at the little grass bits on top, and it just kind of like reels and it starts moving towards you. What else are you doing? Are you doing anything else?
I mean, I'm going to attack again. And then...
Okay, go ahead and attack again.
You're not even gonna try to talk. Oh, no, shut up.
Nope.
It killed our fox friend.
Yep, nope.
The fox is dead. What does the fox say? Ouch, 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 ouch.
You didn't say that.
That's messed up. Going to hell.
17.
17 hits. It doesn't have a lot of AC.
So that's 9 points. for
9
that one.
points of damage. All right, cool. You bring how are you to describe your attacks for me? What are you doing?
The first one comes in with the radiant energy, just striking it in half, and then the second one just strikes it going sideways.
All right, you see a little slice of like dirt and grass just kind of like falls and slides away. All right, it kind of like, and then it like starts moving back towards you. Renan, this is your turn because this thing rolled really low, and it is
I
a
am
piece of rock.
so surprised by that.
I
Honestly,
wanna rock.
that being said, I need to read one thing.
The Rolling Stone magazine.
Point of my choice within range. Okay. So what all is within 10 feet of any direction of
Galil.
thing? Okay, that's not what I meant.
It's just grass and like bushes and stuff.
Okay. More on the other side of it so as to not hit Galil.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use Shatter on the other side of it.
Okay.
At 4th level.
Who farted? No.
You child. You know what? Actually, scratch what I was about to do. I was about to roll damage, but I'm
That's
not
perfect. What are you doing?
because I'm using my class feature.
So describe to me how this happens. Or what is happening?
After Galil strikes it, I snap my fingers, and rather than the sound coming from my fingers, it erupts from a point approximately 5 feet behind the creature, erupting out in all directions.
Nice. It's just this like
Devo.
blast of energy. I'm guessing akin to a crack of thunder, just kind of echoes out into the forest around you guys as it, like the air shatters and crackles behind this creature, and it just shatters. And how much damage was this? Just as an approximate? At max damage?
5d8.
Okay. That's
No
fine.
shit.
So in that shattering
Thunder damage?
explosion, pieces of rock and dirt and earth and grass blasts outwards in multiple directions as this creature is very literally blown apart, sending Galil, like, you have to kind of cover your face a little bit as it's just like this explosion of dirt. You can feel like chunks of sod just like peppering you all over the place as you're now covered in dirty dirt.
So, approximately how far from Galil would I have been?
I will say that you're like 15, 20 feet up in the air above him. You've been kind of keeping pace with him, and he runs slower than you fly, so...
So would I be able to use my movement speed in order to also drop into the space, like, directly between Galil and the creature?
Yeah, for sure.
Then that's what I do, and I furl my wings up and block it.
Very nice. Okay.
Too bad the forest has been under a dry spell for a while.
I just turned to Iskra like, I didn't see any clouds, did you?
Yeah, there's like this thunder cloud.
So now there's burning sod flying everywhere.
That's Galil, is that stuff radiant damage?
Yeah, it's radiant.
Okay, then nothing happened that should have started a fire. We should be fine.
Yeah, we should be safe
but this
about
is
that.
also like not a regular forest.
Which means whether it's
Yuirwood's
under a
in
dry
Southern
spell or
California.
not, it's probably fine.
California.
Oh my god. Okay. So you instinctively kind of shield yourself, Galil, thinking that you're going to feel this explosion, but in that time you feel nothing. You kind of open your eyes again, and Renan is standing between you and where the creature was. You can see his wings kind of folded open, not folded, but opened and like folded around
They're
you.
folded.
That's what I was trying to like phrase right. Folded around you.
Aw, guys.
And with that,
Do we know?
I kind of partially turn and look at the rubble. Do we try to find the fox? We might be able to bring it back.
Might as well. And I power down, by the way, so that way you don't hurt anybody else.
Okay.
I appreciate that. So yeah, I'm gonna start immediately trying to dig through the rubble, and anything that looks like actual flesh, I'm gonna like take out.
Oh no!
How
Okay.
ground up is this Fusa?
Make a investigation check with disadvantage.
Both of us?
Both of you.
But I'm looking. It's sight.
Oh, okay. Actually, yeah. I'm going to do this because I have new class feats.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have you gave me disadvantage, and I have advantage, which means we're in the middle, and that was a nat 20.
Okay.
I rolled a 14 plus investigation, which is +1, but I'm going to use my oracle shit as well and use favor of the gods.
Okay.
This is what you call a favor for?
1d10.
Oh,
Add it
favor of the gods, Aaron. It all makes sense.
Art's probably like, fine, whatever.
I
Leave
think
me
you mean
alone.
favor of the sod.
That's oracle's insight.
Yeah.
Where are you? 1d10.
Jesus.
We'll call on him too.
Bring him into this. He doesn't want to deal with this bullshit either.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
I mean, he might know what to do. I mean, it'd be
22.
body.
Okay. As you both are looking about the rubble, you find like a singular patch of green fur. That is it.
Ew.
And it's probably only like that big. But between it being eaten by but between it being eaten by a magical creature and then being blown apart by shatter, there wasn't really going to be a whole lot of anything left.
No,
That's why you and with
wait,
that
we were having a conversation about Stephen Hawking, and you want to talk about destroying matter? Really?
That is
Derek?
also true.
this is also D&D in which the
he is
rules
God.
don't matter. The rules of reality don't exist.
Oh god.
You did use the ultimate shatter on it. Maybe if you hadn't, there may have been a little more left. But
Really?
the fact that you both rolled so high was the only reason you found anything. Period.
I can't waste it because we're gonna be here a while. Because I do have the little patch now.
Okay. What do you mean?
You're gonna hate me for this.
I have no idea what you're trying to do.
I'm gonna start having a vision to see if it
Find any
had
more
a family
fixes?
anywhere nearby. Paths.
You're
There's
like
paths.
responsible.
It's so like the worst poacher ever.
Like,
I will
can't-
find.
you
I
can't
have
leave
all
any
the way through
survivors.
third grade for nothing.
I have a specific set of skills. I will find you and your family.
No survivors.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna get one. And I'm gonna tame it.
This fox in particular, or just a fox?
One of these foxes.
What's so great about these foxes?
Well, they're Fey foxes for starters.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Uh,
okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I realize that I'm wasting something probably doing this,
motherfucker.
but bite me. I have the gold to replace it.
Yeah, how many toes is facing?
So I don't find anything else.
Nope.
Okay, well then I'm going to attempt to use Raise Dead, which heals mortal wounds. Technically.
Okay. I can't
Just
believe
get
it.
back and it's in pain because it's only a little-
uncomfortably, like pulsating chunk of
Kill me, kill me.
No.
But I will ask this: so, like with
I
the
wonder.
thunder, do we hear that?
This is a good question.
Probably. I would say it wasn't like the because it's not like a thunder bolt. It just does thunder damage, so
Yeah.
it's not going to be as expansive. And because things
This
are weird in
thunderclap.
this, yeah, it's not as like because it's not a thunderclap, but it is thunder. So it's like you probably hear a rumble, but it doesn't sound. I mean, you're in a forest
Magical
that's in,
wasteland.
that's in and out of the face, so anything and any amount of weird noises is not necessarily the most uncommon thing to have heard.
I'm just gonna pass it off as Iskra farting and be like, "Girl,
I roll my eyes.
Should we just try and find another fox? Or...
So are you gonna try and do it? Describe to me how you are doing this.
With a very mournful look on my face. Like I'm very sad that we got this fox killed.
I'm with you." Karen.
I'm holding the little patch in my hand and doing everything that I can, pouring a 5th level spell into trying to bring it back. I'm speaking in Celestial and I'm asking for Anmora's grace, which is the goddess of nature from Ruvian.
Nice. You have this
Like,
little.
That's a wallet. No.
You have this little patch of green fur. You kind of hold it in your hands and hold it close to you. And you close your eyes, and there's this like gust of wind that starts to blow through the trees around you. And you can feel it kind of like pick up and swirl around both you, Galil, and Renan as it just kind of swirls. And it has this smell of like fresh earth. And you don't know if it's necessarily coming from the wind or the recently deceased sod that you just blew apart. But disturbed earth is definitely present And you can hear Renan kind of murmuring to himself. And there's this light that starts to glow from between his fingers. And as he keeps talking and he opens his hand, there is this ball of light and green that kind of shimmers and moves in this like little glowing ball of neon energy and magic that kind of just shimmers and keeps moving and undulates and then starts reforming. And there in his hands is a small fairy-like creature. And you see that what the fox was no fox at all, but the smallest of little fey creatures. Oh my god. That's amazing. The effects are so real. How did that happen? This is the magic of D&D. Jesus. Yes, so you have this like this little pixie in your hand.
So it's not a. Is it a fox anymore?
It wasn't a fox.
Oh.
Now I feel bad for using my rating consumption. Damn it.
It like yawns and stretches its teeny tiny little arms. Looks up at you as it like stands, suddenly very alert.
Hey, little friend.
Its eyes get really big.
In Sylvan, I say, well, hi there.
What happened?
You kind of got 8. Still in Sylvan.
She flies up and like gets really close to your face and just looks at you.
You were chasing me, weren't you?
Wait, repeat, because I really could not understand that.
You were chasing me, weren't you?
You really couldn't understand it. It was just really high pitched.
No, like, yeah, I really couldn't. Like, Adam did not.
So is she speaking in Sylvan?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was way too high pitched for me.
Why were you chasing me?
Because I thought you were a cute little fox.
I'm not a fox.
Clearly.
She kind of flies a little back. And then goes a little closer and then comes over to Renan.
Thank you.
I look over at Galil. Like, I understand that she's saying words, but it's like it's speaking to me!
You're cute! Well, I don't know what you're saying!
Yeah, he doesn't understand. Sorry.
She like gets like her little tiny leaf clothes. She kind of like straightens them out, and, like shakes off this little like pixie dust from her shoulders and stuff.
Is this better?
And she says
Where's she
it in
speaking
like
now? Infernal?
I can understand that! Yay!
She said it in common, but her voice like echoed and was like way deeper than it should have been coming from a thing
I'm
like
for
this
sure
big.
blasting it now if I see it.
In Elvish. Bloody hell.
It
Wow. Was not expecting that.
zooms back a little bit.
I'm just gonna speak in Sylvan to her only.
Okay.
Was not expecting that.
She looks back at you.
Well, maybe you should think about that before you go chasing things.
Now she's talking common, but her voice is more normalized.
Well, perhaps you should be looking out for walking mounds of earth.
Fine, I guess.
Terribly sorry that she got in such a predicament. I'm only glad that the spell worked.
She kind of thinks about it for a second.
Me too.
She points a teeny tiny finger at Galil.
Be careful.
And then, and then look over at Renan.
Thank you.
And then goes psst, and like flies off into the woods.
I look over at Galil like, what just happened?
Don't even know.
Well, this is certainly an adventure that I don't know that the party will believe.
Nope.
Or they will. It's just that crazy. All right. What are you guys doing?
Well, do you want to keep up the hunt, or do you want to go back?
What time of the day is it now?
It's only been like an hour, maybe an hour and a half since you guys have left. It's pushing closer to 2 in the afternoon for you guys. In human terms.
In human terms. We can go back to that spring area and just hang out there. We can use a dip.
Sounds like a plan.
Oh, dip, baby, dip. Come on.
Amazing. All right, so you guys make your way back to the little pond that you had found. Not necessarily a long walk, considering you hadn't gone that far from it to begin with. But you guys can go and hang out there for how long are you guys wanting to stay there for?
Just a while. I'm gonna literally jump in there, by the way.
Okay. Yep.
And cool off. I'm gonna have to take off my armor and all that too.
Who needs a swimsuit? We're all just guys here.
Oh my god. The water is ice cold, but it is refreshing.
Oh
I've already
my
done that.
god.
I take off my armor, but I try quite extensively not to get my wings wet.
Yeah.
No,
wings.
I'll get waist deep, but I won't get wings deep.
Right. Gotcha. All right. Sonder, what are you doing in the meantime here in the city, or in the town? Sorry, village thing.
I don't know. I wasn't part of the.
What do you want to
I
have
wasn't
done?
part of the search.
Right.
I guess I would have probably would have assisted with preparing the ritual.
Okay. Well, EK, well, let's say this. In the time that you've been gone, you actually helped North, because North was sent on an errand. You assisted North in finding clay. And being that you're a water genasi, that makes it kind of like on brand enough to where you know, like, clay, the kind of clay that Vian was requested was normally the ones that are found by like streams and brooks. So you go and you collect a fair amount of clay, actually. That was part of one of the things that she had asked for in preparation for the ritual was about 100 pounds or more of clay. Yeah, like a lot of clay. Well, but I mean, to be fair, also clay is heavy, so you need to find. She gave you 4. You each like have 2 large buckets that you need to fill with clay.
Okay.
So in the meantime, and so we'll say that took a little bit of time in the afternoon. North, for the most part, remains really quiet and kind of lost in his own thoughts, apparently. Any conversation that you try and have, he answers, but not in like the one-worded answer kind of way of. And you get a sense too that he is just processing.
He's updating.
The new update came in. It takes a little bit to install. And which is fair because you also have a lot on your mind. Your mind goes back a lot to your time at the monastery and the stories of the other monasteries that were out there, but you had not seen, people you had not met. We'll say that about 4 or 5 in the afternoon, everybody starts to gather back into the village, provided there is nothing else that you guys wanted to do while you were out there.
I'm just gonna go, like, once we get back, look for the little girls. Like, did they enjoy spider ponies?
They enjoyed spider ponies.
What?
They got it. I don't know. The spiders are like, what girls? We haven't seen any girls.
The girls look oddly really, really pale.
They're very stiff in the joints.
Oh, yikes. All right.
Why is it so cold?
So you guys have made it back
All
to
down here.
oh no, back to the village. Soul, Vienne, as she gets some of the things, she goes, come and find me whenever you have finished talking to the others.
Okay. Well, where would I find you?
In my home.
Okay. I will do that.
She nods and pats you on the cheek and then goes into her abode.
Soul's gonna start walking back to where everyone was at the beginning of that.
Okay.
Hatred.
Yeah.
Who does he come across?
Well, I'm assuming everybody is either probably hanging out in their little spaces, unless they're otherwise are somewhere else. I don't know. Where are you guys at?
I'm checking on girls and looking at spider ponies.
Okay.
I'll tell you what. I will spice murmur. Sonda, are you nearby? Are you available?
By this time I'd probably be coming back.
Yeah, you're already back. I was about to say everyone's back in the village by this point in the afternoon. So.
Could I have collected some clay for myself?
Sure.
All right. Cool.
Just
I'll keep
pocket some of them.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
put it in
no,
like
A
a
little,
bag.
a little something on the side.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Yeah, I should be available then. I probably would have gone back to my room to like change or shower.
Yeah.
Get ready. Yeah. Did you need help with anything?
I do actually. Where are you? I can meet you.
In my room. I can head your way.
Okay. I am by that area where we started the day today.
Of
With
course.
the table. That one table. That's all.
That one table. Yeah.
Ooh, wait. Before we finish for the day, and when I would go get the clay for her, I wanted to let her know that Soul was talking about wanting to learn some of the things that you have taught and have done for North and what we are going to do for Kindred. he seems interested in learning more of the healing ways of druids.
Oh, telling Vianne? Okay. He knows a lot, but I've been teaching him. So he will learn as long as he is mindful.
Of course. He is a humble druid, so I don't know if he knows as much as his own strength. Anything that you put to the test, I'm sure he will do well in.
She kind of nods. And I know.
Well, here's your clay.
Thanks! It's an avocado! Thanks!
I love that video.
Yeah. Okay, so you and Sol go ahead and meet up.
Hello, Santa. How are you?
My back is sore. Just collecting clay.
Soul already starts
The massage.
Oh.
massaging.
Big old meaty hands.
What about you? What have you been up to?
I have been busy, actually. I have met some very interesting Fae people. I would like to sometime go to visit in the Feywild. They might be dealing with some trouble of their own, but at the moment, I think we have our own bigger troubles to deal with. In preparation for tonight, for Kindred, there is something that I need to know, since I do not know Kindred very well. It has only been a short time. But if I'm not mistaken, you have known Kindred since before her change. Is that right?
That is true. Not as much as Khalil and some of the other original crew, but yeah, I know Kindred.
I am tasked with learning about what Kindred looked like before, inside and out, if that makes sense.
Kindred is like it's like one of those. Have you ever been around gnomes?
Gnomes?
Yes.
I think so.
There
Yes.
were many gnomes in this corridor, the city where I was not too far from. But they have many kinds of little knickknacks and puzzles. Kindred is like one of those. You have to, in order to like get to him, you have to take away pieces and reform them, switch them around. It's very confusing, but it's intricate and beautiful at the same time. Possibly dangerous. But yeah, he did shoot a spike into my mind earlier today, but that was to my own fruition. Anything specific?
So Kindred is like a puzzle that needs to be moved around and is dangerous. Okay.
Kindred is more intricate than even he makes himself out to be. Not just mentally, but emotionally.
I think I know what you mean. I think there is a lot of kindness there. If not also for a lot of mischief too.
Right.
What
Be
about
careful.
Graham.
careful with him, though. Who knows what spells and tricks he has up his sleeve?
Meow meow meow.
I haven't really seen her wear long sleeves though, so I don't know what else.
She wears
Grab there.
robes all the time.
Oh, I bet there's secrets there then in those sleeves.
Sonder, make a insight check for me. And then add your proficiency to it. This is a, like, as you guys are talking, how you were describing it kind of thing comes across.
24.
Lovely. All right, cool. You guys spend a couple of minutes talking about Kindred and relaying some of the old stories.
What about what he looked like?
He was a beautiful elf. Very fashionable. Still is, but as an elf. And with the wonders that come with elfkind.
Well, I was talking about like eyes and nose and
Ah.
tall or
Kind of looks like, and I'll describe Ezra Miller.
Okay.
Okay,
Nice.
I'm here for it.
Alrighty. All right. So you have a little bit of an idea there. So,
Last thing. Kindred died, but was reborn, and there's something inside that has changed since. Something that I can't put a finger on exactly. It makes me wary, but I do believe that he is a good person. There is just something inside that I'm not quite sure about. That is all.
feel like something growing on inside one of his organs or something.
Whether it is the fact that he is a phylactery or the son of his father, I don't know.
All right. Okay. I will take extra precautions then.
Mhm.
Could you maybe try to draw the way Kindred looked? Because if I remember, you were
Own it?
gifted on your
Oh yeah.
skill of drawing.
Okay,
You
so then
got your
I'll
own skill.
well, I mean, cartography it's like, that's a thing, but, you know, I figure you're probably good at drawing too. Why not?
calligraphy as well.
Yeah.
Calligraphy is its own thing, but I mean it's close.
You combine the two together and you basically have drawing.
You're just gonna
Basically.
combine kanji to formulate a
Topographic,
Topographic version.
topography, and
It's gonna be like
Line
really
lines.
beautiful.
That's
it's
what
like,
it is.
It's like a SpongeBob, really beautiful
Face,
calligraphy of the word "the" and then a stick figure.
Perfect. It's
Um,
amazing.
cool. Yeah, I'll draw him then,
Cool.
and then I'll remind him to tell. What's her name? I keep forgetting her name.
Vian.
What starts with the V? Vian. Okay.
Vian.
To remind Vian of the fact that there's a phylactery, like
Yeah. Careful.
soul.
Yeah.
I will make sure to do that. Thank you, Sandra. I really appreciate that.
Mhm.
I will do my absolute best to make sure that Kindred is returned to her normal or his normal state.
There. Galil will know more, I think.
Okay, I will go look for Galil right now.
Mhm.
Sol gives Sonder a big hug from behind, kind of like pats him on the back after the massage, and
Thank you for the massage.
anytime that is fun.
Mhm.
As he's leaving, Galil, are you there somewhere available?
Leo doesn't answer because he doesn't have a spice murmur on.
Does Soul know that? I think. I don't
Yeah, he
remember.
probably would have.
I'm
Probably
sure, like,
does,
once
right?
you don't get a reply, you'd be like, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
he never puts it on.
Yeah.
Oh, right. He left for his own adventures. I forgot. Okay.
Would you have remembered that that Renan went with him?
Yeah. Wait, did I know that, or did we leave before?
No, you guys. You
They
guys
left
saw them
before us.
leave. They left before you guys, so yeah, you know.
Hey,
Okay.
Renan, are you dead?
Did you say, are you dead or are you there?
Are you dead?
Okay. It's like, it's a fair question to ask when you go hang out with Galil. You never know what's going to happen to you.
Hey,
Like just as I'm relaxing, really relaxing into the pool, like, yes, so
I am looking for Galil. I need his help for the spell that we are going to do for Kindred tonight.
and I look up at Galil, I'm not currently speaking through the Spy's Murmur. Apparently Soul wants your help with something.
does it have to be right now? As I jump back in, cannonball wise.
By when do you need his assistance?
Right now?
Right now? Wait, what do you need help with?
I need to talk with Galil. That is all.
Soul to be a secretive person. Alright, I'll let him know.
Is that really being a secret? Are you just telling you the flat truth? Where do I find a Galil?
Would I be able to relay instructions on how to get here?
Yeah.
I mean, we're not that far, so.
Yeah, you're not that
Yeah.
far. You're not too far.
So, yeah, I start relaying the instructions to him,
Okay.
and I suppose another thing I can do. No,
Well,
I'm not
go.
gonna do that. That was a bad idea. Let's
Mark.
I'll go
Well,
with
no,
you, Soul.
I was gonna use Thunderbell.
Oh.
On the oh my
Like,
god.
Everyone's just making all the noise.
and use Thunderbell, and then like, wait, but I know already that there's some stuff in this forest. Yeah, I'm not doing that. So I'll just
Probably
relay
not, yeah.
instructions and
Yeah.
wait for.
Thank you. I think Soul still has some PTSD of being too close to your spells.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mhm. All right. So then, within a short amount of time, Sandra, you're gonna go with him.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys find the little hidden pool that Galil and Renan are enjoying.
Considering the fact that Renan came in armor, and the bottom section of his armor is actually more like just his day-to-day clothes. Renan's not clothed
Okay.
at all.
Always
I
be.
mean, I was kind of figuring that speed thing, so.
Sander knows that we're going to
Mine's
be
leather,
going to a
so-
pool.
Yeah,
And Sander will
and I
also
will
not be
relay-
clothed.
Yeah, I will relay, like, just be prepared if you'd like to go for a dip while you're talking to him.
What does that mean?
Oh my god.
When I dip, you dip, we dip.
All right. So you were in the pool.
Soul comes over and sees everyone, and he goes, "Oh, this looks like it would be nice." And he does the same thing. I mean, that's what he would normally do anyway. He takes off his clothes and goes in the water. But walks right up to Galil, wherever Galil is.
I'm just imagining the Hulk scene where Thor like watches the Hulk walking
Yeah.
out of the tub. Like, it has no business looking like that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh no!
Amazing. Go on.
Hey, Khalil, I need your help if you could help me. This is for
Context.
kindred.
Context.
Oh, Saunders is actually saying that?
No.
No,
No,
that was.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, walks up to, like, strips down nude, walks up to Galil. I need your help.
What? Come again?
No, don't do that.
We're going out of control.
It's just getting worse.
Mayday, mayday, mayday.
Retracted.
Yeah, we're not.
So be it Yuirwood, you are the splash zone.
No.
Phrasing. Boom.
Okay.
Yeah, so
So this is for the spell that we are going to do for Kindred tonight. I need to learn more about who Kindred is inside and out. So what did Kindred look like before, and what about personality and heart?
oh boy, loaded question.
Your turn,
Well,
buddy.
So you wanted to know what he looked like before?
Yes.
I can help you with that. And I look at my ring. This just channel my power and cast Alter Self.
Mm-mm.
That's second level, because
No.
I'm gonna change my parents to look like
Zermilla.
and sound like Kindred, Elf Kindred.
Nice.
Just mess.
To the best of my memory, because I am well aware of what that elf looks like.
Yeah.
It's like
It's been
it's like
burned.
Ezra
into-
Miller, but with like a Squidward nose because he forgot.
So Soul is going to do disguise self. Okay, so do you mean like this? And then is now also gonna try to look like how Galil thinks.
Oh my god.
How Kindred looks.
So is this like a photocopy that just gets worse and worse as it goes along? Just like
A telephone photocopy.
It's
Yeah.
running out of toner.
Wait a sec. I swim over to my bag, search in it, and grab out a book. Okay, now I'm Kindred.
There we go.
Okay, I think I got
Perfect.
it. Hey, Soul goes over back to Sonder, like in male Kindred elf naked form. Sonder, does this look right? Do I look like Kindred?
And Sonder goes back to like remembering some of what Kindred looked like, but then is reminded of like his blown up body parts. Well, his arm looks like that at one time, and yeah, that's the color of his nipples.
We're not listening to this description, and it's just like,
Yeah, that works.
We got close back in the day.
Okay, so it goes back to Galil. And it sounds weird because I know Soul can change his voice if he needs to for disguise self, but he's not gonna really try it. So it's like old elf Kindred talking, but like in Soul voice.
Perfect.
Just do Kindred standing in the ocean.
Okay, so what about Kindred's heart and soul? Tell me about that.
His
It is
heart?
also very important.
Oh, okay. Well, he was an ass back in the day.
Okay, so when you say an ass, you mean not like the butt, right?
No.
But like,
Personality wise.
okay, yeah, I think I have learned that.
But he did grow up.
He grew up in an alleyway.
Yeah.
No, well, he grew up in hell.
Oh, no.
Thunder!
Josh, I love you.
This is true.
Yeah.
Listening to this conversation, Renan stands up, turns around, flops backwards, wings and all into the water, just like screw it.
But now I'm invested.
I'm just like bubbling up and like swimming around, going underwater, coming up again. Yep, that's true. And then going back down again. Confirming facts.
He is a seeker of knowledge. He will do anything to know what a fucking book is about.
Yeah.
Sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't, but it does help in the end, most of the time.
I will remember that Kindred is a fucking nerd. Got it. I'm just kidding. Okay. What else?
He did have some trouble remembering some memories correctly.
From his past.
Oh, that was like north, but we helped with that too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Maybe
Okay.
it would be best to speak to Kindred himself. Ask him what he thinks of himself. Maybe Renan can come along.
Renan, like floating across the water, just goes,
Oh, Renan.
Galil.
I was wondering if you could do a favor then about that.
slowly sits up in the water. Favors in the Feywild.
No, well, just between me and you. How about that?
All right, and that is.
If Soul asks Kindred that, can you cast a certain spell? Give that back.
Mhm.
Assuming I can cast it, certainly.
Okay, now that Kindred's actually gone. Zone of Truth.
Yeah.
Well, as a wizard, he may be capable of overcoming it, but I can certainly try.
We can tell him it's for his own good. If it's important to Vian and to Soul, then, and if it is pertaining to his own life and coming back, sure he'd be willing.
So
At least I'd know if you refuted it anyway.
I will call Kindred over, and
But-
starts the spice member and invites Kindred to come over.
Oh no! What's coming?
That's weird. The
No,
timing
it
on
is
that,
actually really good.
the timing on that was bizarre.
But with having said that, though, I'm like looking. I was like, "But what exactly do I get out of that? Other than forcing him to say whatever I wish him to for the moment."
Another bar night. If you can keep up.
Well, if I can keep up, I recall having to take you out of your armor last night.
I recall having to drag you into the big circular sphere thing.
Well, yes, I remember having to drag you through the door.
Servitors.
As everybody is hearing this part of the story, like this extent of the story for the first time.
Yeah.
By the way, Kindred Soul just spice murmured you and invited you to this pond thing.
Why?
Discord chat.
Oh my god! Right.
Can we get
Galil,
more water to this?
Iskra out there by herself. Like,
Sonder?
what the hell?
I was about to say, can I bring Iskra, or is it no?
Yeah, why not?
Oh my god, I love this. Galil, go ahead and make an
And you
insight insight check.
specifically to
Add your
kindred?
proficiency, and you get advantage because you used the your alter self.
By the way, I can keep using change appearance to the alter self for the next hour.
Okay.
So I'm
Yeah.
guessing like I'm still with Iskra and Ardrin.
Yeah, everyone's back. You guys had already come back to the village, so you guys were back at the village.
Yeah.
19.
19? Okay, cool.
Apparently,
Did you add your proficiency?
everyone's-
And with advantage.
Oh,
I didn't tell you that, Kindred. I just invited
19.
you to
Okay.
the pond area.
Yeah, but you said I could bring Iskra, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't tell you. I didn't mention it that everyone else is here too.
Oh, gotcha. Apparently, Soul needs us around this pond.
Pond, eh? Well, I mean, I'd
Mhm.
like to check it out.
It would be nice. I mean, we have it. Is this forest like muggy? Is it like? Do we got swamp ass?
No, because it's more along the. In my
It's the
head, in my head, canon, yeah, from wherever it's at, I would say it's more along the lines of like the rainforests in like Oregon.
It's okay.
So it's like
I was
it's
thinking
damp,
more
but
like
it's not.
pine, That's what I was.
Yeah, it's kind of somewhere in between those two, is what I would imagine. So it's kind of like pine mountains, but very like dense vegetation.
Okay.
So almost to the point of brisk, but not dry and not cold.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Are you okay? Are you safe?
Yeah, of course. I just
Okay.
need to talk to you.
Okay. Will you send a spark straight up in the air?
For simplicity's sake, you guys managed
So tells me, and I use firebolt.
Oh God! Just more fireworks in the forest.
Whole party
Yeah,
at
it's gonna
the
bust a tit.
But yes,
whole
let's.
party at the spring. All
Yeah.
of a sudden, there's a forest fire. The Thanes know where we are. This is great.
Yeah.
We show up and I'm like, I brought White Claws.
Oh no!
Oh no!
So
Four.
as we start going, I'm gonna look at Arjun and be like, "Hey man, guess there's a pond over that way. You want to come?"
Heck
I'll give
yeah.
you
Yeah,
this.
sure. I would kind of want to see what kind of shenanigans you people are up to.
And
Never
and
dull
going
when you
back to
people
the
are around.
going back to
Honestly-
the comment, Graham. I'll say it again, Graham.
Go
What are we
on.
talking about now?
Go on.
No, this
That's all you got?
just back to my I don't know, awestruck towards some of the stuff that you put in the chat.
Alright, so
Pretty great.
That's pretty
when
Just,
tame.
as soon as Soul sees Kindred walking over,
Are you still going to like copy me?
he's gonna walk out of the pond completely, as naked previous Kindred, and be like, "Hey Kindred, is this what you used to look like?"
The fuck?
Iskra's just like, what have I done?
Actually, like you see, well, don't look at that part, but you see this,
Stifling a
right?
laugh, like
I'm
should
going
I
to
be
like
looking away?
shape
Is
water.
this like a privacy thing?
No, he
shape
said you
water.
could come.
Well, you guys seem like you got this in hand. He's gonna
Um,
say
I think this
What?
needed to be approached a little better.
Do I notice the other kindred?
Coming out of the water like the freaking commercial.
Yeah. Also, you're also looking still like Kindred.
Still like Kindred for now, but
Perfect.
I'm gonna still speak Kindred like him.
Oh
Are you
my
also
God.
naked?
No, what are you doing over there?
Are you also naked?
I turn to
Probably.
Iskra and I'm like, what's going on? He's Squidward, you're Squidward, I'm Squidward. Are there any other Squidwards I should know about?
Weird.
Thunder,
This-
can you? I
just kind of like
please.
wave from the pond,
I have
like
two of them,
mostly
so-
submerged, like I had no
Ooh,
part
that's
in
cool.
this.
So Sonder used water to cover Soul's bits.
Mhm.
I'll turn it into opaque and black.
Okay, I
like
was about to
seafoam.
say, I'm like, that's helpful.
Yeah.
Right. So,
Oh, uh,
what's going on? Why are y'all naked me?
I start laughing when
Soul.
Kindred says that. This is a choice prank.
Oh yeah, hey, look at you, ground.
Be careful, it'll get you.
Well, they don't know about that.
hey, Kindred. So I need to, for the spell that we are going to do for you tonight, I need to know all about your previous self, so that
Yeah.
we are going to make you look like the way you used to look. I need to know about how that looked, and also how your heart and your soul looked as well. Uh, so
You
how did I
see
do
like
it?
a
Did I do okay?
very like glass shattered like look come over across my face like, oh. And I almost have like a Raven Simone moment as I'm trying to like, yeah,
Turn
don't
around.
shame.
Vision.
That harder to answer than you. I think.
Well, are you willing? Still speaking like you.
Maybe
Well-
without the audience.
Yeah.
Ardrin, I hate asking, but could you give us a moment?
He at this point he'd been looking away for a good long while. Just he's like and just wanders off away.
Thank
I
you.
can split too. It hadn't been too long, so
No, oh god damn it, Taco. I just saw that.
That's so Kindred.
But no, Iskra, like you can stay. Like so you know how I've told you I don't like magic that, and I look at Thunder, messes with the mind in the long run. I write everything down because for a while I ran out of space. I couldn't remember things properly or events or just me. And I never really thought about it. And what I thought I grew up as, I just remember the one time someone tried to help me and look into what was going on up here. It almost killed them. So that's why I never let anyone else try to look. And then I find out that's not real and it's coming back. If that makes sense, as I'm looking at Galil, like, you would know me the longest.
I turn or revert back to myself, but it looks like Mystique's transformation wise.
Ooh, nice.
You slide across the top of the water. No. So, now, I don't know if I could fully answer your question myself, Soul. I get bits and pieces back here and there, but it seems like the more parts I get, the more questions I have. And normally I would say just take a look, but I value all of y'all too much to let y'all look to take that risk.
I lean in towards Soul. I told you he grew.
If that's what you mean, then okay. I take your word for it.
Hope that helps.
Eh.
And I lean in towards Kindred. You're doomed.
Kindred, go ahead and make a insight check for me and add your proficiency.
Oh fuck. Insight. Plus, what is my 10?
10 total?
Yeah.
Cool beans.
Wait, saving face.
I mean, you're not. This is not something.
I can boost it. I don't want to look like I'm shit in front of everybody. This is the perfect time for this.
Sure.
Yes.
15.
Do it.
15. All right, cool.
Because it only maxes out at 5, I think. Let me double check.
Might as well get your last use out of it.
Yep. Yeah, max 5.
True.
Oh, that's right.
All right.
Yeah.
Brain cells work extra hard.
All right. So,
I got insurance on this baby. I'm gonna ride it till it's like the wheels fall off.
what do you? So, as this little moment kind of passes, and you're able to, kind of talk amongst yourselves a little bit more. You guys, is there anything else you guys want to talk about while you're here, or do we proceed?
Zone of truth. Zone of truth. On all of us.
Oh no, that's bad.
I mean, that
Oh.
actually might be a workaround way to find things out, even for myself.
You
You're
killed
not
the
prying,
lion, do it
but I
yourself.
can't lie.
True. And
How many does
Also-
it affect usually?
An area.
it should be an area. Let me double check.
Everyone come and stand in the water.
An area
Everybody
is 60
within
feet.
15 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Oh,
everybody in
15
water.
foot radius centered on the
Oh,
point
yeah.
I choose. Well, and Renan looks down and goes, "Well, I'm not currently getting out of the water. There are things that some people here haven't seen yet, and I'll keep it that way."
I'll cast Gust to splash away the water.
Oh my god. Whatever.
Now,
Just instantly cast daylight on Kindred. Like,
My eyes.
counterspell.
Cause the water that Renan is in to go up. Stream up.
Yes. It just becomes like
I
completely
can
calm
do
and clear.
that too, boo boo.
Oh my god. All right.
Uh,
Anyhow.
And I'm
So
over here
this-
just getting back in the pool and telling Esker about my day with the about the pixie and the freaking
Carnivorous
land.
sod.
Are you for real right
It's
now?
within 15
Yeah, it was
feet.
actually kind of weird.
Ooh.
I'd say as I'm
Every-
taking my boots off.
If everyone could get within 15 feet, or at least everyone who wants to be compelled to tell the truth.
I'll swim that way.
Not my usual thing.
Huh.
But we're all in this together, right?
Mhm.
You're stuck with
Um,
us.
I'll step in the water, put a foot in, and go. "Gee, This is
It was-
cold. Jeez.
yeah.
Are you for real right now? Again?
I think
And I
I
hug
got you.
Iskra and just slightly, slowly go
Walk-
deeper
walk-
in
walk
with
her-
her.
walk
Or
her-
like,
Walk her into the
I'm gonna,
water.
like, do some
Yeah.
like extra stuff and do like whatever, and make the water just slightly more
Warm.
Warmer.
yeah.
All right, nice. Cool.
Don't trust the warm water.
Why did it get warm all of a sudden?
It was me.
Oh no!
Renan, sit on
Don't
the other
say
side
that.
of the
Doesn't make it
pool,
work
like,
better.
into it. And with that, I will cast Zone of Truth, approximately centered on everyone.
Once
Arjun,
do
you can
that,
come back. No.
Once you do that, Souls no longer looks like Kindred and like raises up above the water because he's taller. Now looks like Naked Soul instead of Naked Kindred.
I'm gonna make the water boil like a jacuzzi.
Uh,
Not boil, but
Yeah,
like just a bubble.
royal.
Sorry,
with an R.
royal.
Well, there you
Royal,
go.
like a jacuzzi.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh god, this is how the party goes.
Yeah.
All right, so
Thunder's been out in the garden picking beans all day.
if anybody's gonna fight it, they need to make a charisma saving throw. If not, then everybody fails.
I'll take it.
Bingley.
I'll tell you.
Oh my god, we're literally in a pool playing Truth or Dare. Amazing.
No, I accidentally passed.
Never have
Oops.
I ever.
Oh no.
Arjun, are you
Never, ever, ever.
See?
Arjun, are you
I
joining
think
this madness?
even I would need
I
to.
don't know that this is happening.
No,
Oh, no, I like
they
messaging
yelled
back.
at they yelled at you to come back.
Kindred brought White Claws, so
There's there's enough for everybody.
It's like, what's
Now,
a
where
white
he
claw?
got-
Literal white claw.
Where he
It's
killed the saber-toothed cat is
I
beyond
cast a
insult.
half
Well, there's
polymorph. No.
White Claw, so I guess he's in.
So I think that even I am under the influence of the Zone of Truth. It just says when a creature
Is
enters
inside-
the
enters it.
spell's area.
Yep. Go for it.
I mean,
All right.
I'm not-
So who all is willingly inside of this zone of truth?
I am
All right, cool. Everyone.
guilty. Remember when we
You've-
had an 11 Cs? No.
So everybody, you do feel the effects of the magic like fill your mind. And you just feel
your
a lot more free
forthcoming.
to speak, forthcoming,
It's
free
like after
to
you
speak
take
the
that good
truth.
hit of poppers and you feel it hitting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really know what pop
I have no idea what you're talking about. Anyway, go on.
We're virgins here.
For the sake of everyone's information, everyone within the circle is under the influence of its power. Nobody has
tell.
resisted it. Well, Soul, I suppose you might start asking questions to Kindred.
Okay. Kindred, tell me about how your heart and your soul was before you died. The last time. Or was it the time before that? How many times have you died?
Well, as far as I know, only once. But so I guess it's easiest to start with what I thought I knew. And I guess what was built up in my mind. And as far as I can remember, I've always been a loner. I defied authority every chance I got. So that made me a loner and by myself. So I sought comfort in my books and knowledge and learned everything on my own. And so because of that, I'll look at Renan. You don't realize how much time can pass as an elf for you. And I guess before I knew it, I spent a couple hundred years just isolated. Well, not isolated. I was in Silvery Moon, but I didn't have much friends. Does that make sense?
I think so.
Yeah, it does. Thank you for that.
And so before my little incident. I'm very quick to choose knowledge over friendship and relationships, so I probably would have sold all of y'all out for the lure of a spell or hidden scroll. And
It's true.
Simply,
Wow,
That's
that's
it.
both hits hard.
So
not
was it the
reassuring.
White Claw or was it the Zone of Truth? Which one is the one you're
Which
talking?
one?
Which one is talking
Column
here?
A, column B.
Ronan was going to be sarcastic and say that's reassuring, but because of the zone of truth, that's not reassuring.
So, wow, I'm just really talking a lot now, and I'm gonna. Someone else say
No,
something.
Keep
Pause.
going. Keep going.
Pause. Time out. Time out. I mean, yeah.
Remember that
You
time we had
might
to tie
think
you
that
up?
You feel that way. Wait,
It's
what?
not what. It's not what you think. But yes, they did have to tie me up.
But like in the fun way?
No.
it was not fun at all. I was pissed.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Almost.
Or about the time that you actually killed Glassstaff?
Yes, I did, and I'll say that
Whoa.
again.
This spell is hitting hard.
So many
I almost
roofies.
forgot about glass stuff.
What was this?
So I did this to protect them. They don't realize it yet, but my intentions were pure, and my intentions to protect them. So back when we had first met, and I mean like we had first met, it wasn't even like a week, right? Probably.
It'd been within the first couple weeks, yeah.
There was this wizard. He went by the name Glassstaff. I mean, that's a stupid name, right, for a wizard. Anyway,
So, yeah.
Whatever happened to that staff?
Wizards are typically kind of brittle as fuck,
Tempest.
so
Seems like a fragile personality.
I mean, tell me
Hey.
once I come back again.
Oh
But,
god.
He slit so
Anyway.
many throats.
Anyway, somehow I got separated from the group, and he captured me, and he was a dick. They don't know that part. He was a fucking dick, and I hated him. He thought he was like way better than me because he like captured me and took my spell book and was like looking through it like, oh, what have you got?
Oh, wait, so you don't mean like a big penis, right?
Like this, and I point to Renat.
Oh
Ronan
god damn it.
freezes and looks at like slowly across to everybody in the group. I'm
Arjun's
not
kind
gonna
of
done
just
too well with the spell.
Archer's just-
I laugh.
Anyway, go on.
So, he think of me, but worse, if that's possible. Well, back the old me. And so I managed to get away, and tides turned, and now he's our prisoner. And I kept telling them, since I know a lot about how the arcane can work, we needed to keep him gagged and bound and under constant surveillance the entire time. He's a wizard. I mean, who knows what the fuck he was capable of? He didn't have his spell book on him, otherwise I would have known.
You people have some kinky containment.
We also ball gagged.
That.
Yeah.
That's
Mm.
pretty fun sometimes too.
Oh.
Like the entire
I'm
party
try-
looking at Soul.
Looks at Soul.
What?
Go on.
I'm rethinking some life choices right about now.
So anyways, I had schemed and plotted to find an opportunity where I was guarding his body while the others went to investigate a certain sound out in the woods that I thought they were all stupid for chasing after anyways. But they did it. Galil always, you know how he always runs off like a dumbass?
He does always
Does that
run
a lot?
off.
You get taken by what we can only assume is a sea monster of some sort.
So
Starts writing shit down.
yeah, as soon as the group was out of earshot of me, I did it. I don't want to say humanely, but I I didn't relish and drag it out. I went up to him and I simply said, "You are too dangerous for us to be having to watch our backs constantly. I'm sorry." And I slit his throat and ended it right then and there.
So that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you said.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought there was more malintent involved.
No. Like,
Good to
I
know.
can still remember the look on his face when he realized.
You done
There-
fucked up.
Yeah, but I don't know. I guess, do all other wizards like go start monologuing? Am I monologuing now?
Yes.
Yes.
Think
And it's
so,
okay.
That's what the word
You used to
means.
point a message to everything and use Mage Hand to write in your book.
And slit throats. You don't
Well-
slit throat as much. Just
And you don't use Mage Hand and use it to write in the book anymore.
that's true.
That being said, he did use an awful lot of Mage Hand and that palette thing in Silvery Moon.
Maybe your hobgoblin
If
brain
the pallet thing can hold like 1,000
changed some
pounds.
things.
I mean, this body's in decent shape, but this is not no 1,000 pounds gravity. 22, 28.
Well, so, do you think that's the information you needed?
Yeah, I think so. I think it is good to know.
So,
Kindred.
Galil,
Oh,
oh,
go ahead.
now that you know the rest of the story, do you still want to bitch and complain about me killing him?
I never bitched. Well, yeah, I did.
A
But
little
I'm
bit.
way past it.
I figured so. I just
Zone of truth.
You know, I wasn't there, but I'm not sure I'm past it. You've killed prisoners a few times and behead things, and I
He's
like
killed
you.
a lot in his
There's
time.
a lot of things that I like about you, but that really bothers me. Like, you seem like there's something really caring in you, and then you go and do these things, and I just don't get it. Is it a defense mechanism? Like,
It is literally a defense mechanism because, and I'm guessing you're referring to when I cut those two heads off in the dungeon.
that and the
Well,
Thayan prisoner that you executed, the other
The
one that you
Thayan
were going to
prisoners-
execute.
I mean,
The
I
Thayan
suppose I
prisoners
did
was
blow up a dead man.
that's a different issue, which I will explain to you. But the reason I cut the heads off is because that's what led to our death. Is we interrogated someone, killed the body, like disposed of him, but we didn't dispose of him. We kind of left his body there, and we're like, we'll get it in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
And then we wake up in the middle. Well, actually, Tempest, thank God for like him being even more cautious than me. He woke up in the middle of the night to the body standing in the window, staring back at him, jumped out of the window, and went back to tell everything that had transpired that night. So, because we didn't dispose of the body right then and there and burn the head, it came back literally to bite us in the ass. So that's why I do that. I don't do that for fun. And if you
Does
notice
it-
when I do it, I'm not the best, but I try to do direct cuts to just do it and be done with it. I don't relish doing so.
So what
Insult.
you're saying is you say you're doing it for practical reasons.
Yes.
And
I can
did
respect
this
that.
creature bite a lot of your butts, or
Well, he killed me
Not literally.
and
Oh,
almost killed
okay.
Galil,
Figuratively, I suppose.
and then kind of did kill Oreo first edition.
And to this day, we'll always hunt her down as I shapeshift into Death Bell.
Eesh.
If you see her, don't engage unless we're all there.
She does not
history
care
lesson.
about any people. She let her own soldiers die. From what I heard. Right?
She's cunning. She knows what she's doing. So don't
She's wicked.
get caught in her Game of Thrones.
God damn it.
You play to win or you die.
Thank you, Cersei, for that lovely lesson.
Where's my wine?
Is it a hard game to play?
Whoops!
To
All
learn how
White
to
Claw.
Whoops,
no.
oh my god.
Well, I
Oh,
suppose while the spell's still in order,
oh boy.
are there any questions that anyone has for anyone else?
Yes.
I was gonna say turnabout's fair play.
Galil.
Hey, I only cast the spell.
As I shapeshift back to me.
Galil and Kindred.
Oh boy.
What happened to the rings?
Deathbell got.
All of them.
Deathbell got the ones that I got. Kindred
for
tossed
mine.
his out. And I'm pretty sure she has them too. The 4 rings that can control elementals.
That was badass.
If I recall.
Yes.
I have a question for Galil.
Yeah.
Or do you think you're going to run off again on your own?
Not unless if I see a cute fox again.
Why?
Again?
Oh, I'll tell you in a few. But last time, if I recall, I didn't run off. Something dragged me underwater. And I was left hurt and dehydrated, basically shipwrecked. I had someone I thought was a friend nursing me back to health. And he ended up actually making the madness grow in that place I was at.
I just find out, like, point blank ask, was it Aliquin?
I think so.
Ooh.
According to my power, it wasn't.
All I know is
one of the powers that I am granted by Hirsonos is to be able to make an accusation and know if it's true or false. I did accuse Aliquin of being responsible for what happened. And the power within me that flows from Hirsonos told me that it wasn't true.
something did.
Yes, I believe the destroyed ship told me that.
Yeah.
That was fun. I did find out that I have more control over water than I thought. Not my forte.
The girl does, and I like,
Yeah,
do
that
one of
made
those
me
splashes. Where splashes face.
Oh, no.
I think I have learned a lot of what I needed to know about Kindred. I better not keep her waiting. I'm gonna go meet with her name. That name.
He actually like walks out of the trees.
Yeah.
Like, I've actually been watching y'all.
And
No.
I'm gonna. I have a question. Iskra, have you ever thought of going back? Using Aliquin stuff?
I think about it all the time.
Why
I-
haven't you?
I've talked her out of it. Well, sometimes I feel.
I mean, it came from there, so she's able to recharge it. Then
I don't know whether we really recharged it. I don't know really how to use it. I have an idea. I'm not sure it'll work. And honestly, while I was home, I wasn't anywhere I wanted to be anyway. I kept my distance from my family because I felt like I had to, even though they're the thing I wanted to be around the most. So
what's keeping you here then?
this is no different. And it's still the same mission, protecting them and now protecting you, all of this.
Protecting us from what?
I'm going to use my water pendant to turn myself into water.
It doesn't compel you. It doesn't compel you to speak, only to tell the truth.
So yeah, I'm
You
just gonna
broke
turn myself
her.
into water now.
It's just like
no.
bloop, turns into water around
She
you.
always able to do that?
As Soul
no.
stepped out of the pond, still naked, looks over. What's happened to Iskra? Is she okay?
She's broken.
She's
No, I
just
was just
gone.
asking her what she was trying to protect us from. Does anyone here know?
Probably.
I don't know, but I got a
ourselves.
question for the rest of y'all, if you don't mind.
Renan is keeping his mouth sealed. Not a word.
Nice.
Y'all say you want to do damage to Thay, but do y'all have a plan for what the next step is?
I have threads, and well, that's not no fucking spider web, but I mean, I try to have plots and threads of how we should go about doing so. I have ideas.
So the plan is that we're going to do the spell tonight to get Kindred's old body back. And then after some time has passed for Kindred to heal up, then I think we are going to find the cemetery to stop Amaranth, who is a lich and also a really mean, scary lady.
Not to mention a rotting corpse.
Do you still have a rotting corpse, or is that gone?
Well, it got kind of blown to smithereens.
Yeah, I know. I picked up some parts of it and gave it to Kindred.
Ew, that is gross.
Hey, I had a
Both putting his clothes back
I
on.
had a container to put it in, so I just leave the rest of the stuff to Kindred.
We
I have it.
we plan to gain as much intel as we can. Hopefully, enough to infiltrate and find out more information to see where exactly this graveyard is. And then destroy.
But it does us no good. We're still under the spell. How long's it been?
It's 10 minutes, I think. It's still got
We're a little bit.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. However, we realize it's no good to find the graveyard if we don't know how to kill a phylactery. So we
need to gain intel.
one of the benefits of retaking Silvery Moon is that it was a library for elves of knowledge. So I have people looking into everything that they can to find out what we can, as well as more people who are back in enemy lines doing some spy work to see what they can find out.
In some of the battles that I have been in throughout the years, phylacteries, while not particularly common because of the gods of my world, they're not impervious to harm. You just have to be able to do enough damage to them.
Well, I guess then at our current state, we aren't able to do that damage because we can't. Well, granted, I don't think any of us have really, gotten to demo a phylactery. But,
Do you think that fake phylactery thing that's our Amaranth and me get?
I don't know what that was. It seemed like a spell scroll, right, DM?
Yeah. That was like a
But
spell
an
scroll
empty
case.
one.
It was empty.
Yeah. I'm gonna minor illusion it because I
And
was literally there pulling it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I
For everyone else
remember
to see.
saying that, but I was too weakened to really grasp what's happening.
Yeah, you were kind of passed out.
Yeah.
I'll reform.
Welcome back.
The spell starts to fade.
One last thing about Kindred. And I'll walk back. And just out of the reach of the zone of truth, he has terrible IBS. And I'll form brown water behind him and make it bubble. really loud.
I've got thaumaturgy for the smell.
Oh no! Well,
Okay, Kindred, is that something you wanted to keep in?
How deep is this water?
I mean, I'm imagining you guys are just kind of sitting around the edges. It's not that terribly deep.
How deep does it get?
Why did the music shift? What the fuck?
My magic is working.
Because
I think
me
Greta
and
was all trumpets.
Yeah.
me and Vernon could, Virda could, Virda and whatever, we could come up with some kind of healing poultice for you, maybe something you could eat to help with that.
You sound
And
really.
I was
low.
kidding, and I'll like zoom.
I cast polymorph and turn into a raven and just fly straight up.
Don't forget your stuff over here.
I go about 50 feet up and then I cast polymorph again and turn into a whale. Oh!
Oh, you're gonna.
And everyone's dead because they got smashed by a giant whale.
My lord! No.
Counterspelled.
Oh.
Biggest belly flop.
Wait, so you really can't. I
Still
don't turn into a
stuck in
whale,
it.
but I will turn into.
You already said
manatee.
whale, and I already said counterspell. It's already happened.
Oh, you can still counterspell it. But I realized because a whale
It's-
would
yeah.
probably crush them all.
Yeah, I was like, well,
So-
probably
Yeah.
not the
Yeah.
best idea.
Real
Agreeing
quick,
with you about Kindred always having
I'm
bad
gonna kill
ideas.
you if I survive this.
I turn into a manatee.
real quick,
Manatee.
just wanna
Oh, the
know
huge
the
manatee.
Sonder, the drawing you were doing of Kindred and Aaron. Do you think was that done while
Yeah.
we were still talking in his?
Oh yeah, I mean, you have enough. What you need. Kindred,
Okay.
roll a secondary insight check after all of this truth or dareness.
Same thing after 20.
Yeah.
16.
Okay. One more. Not
Roll one
terrible.
more?
No. I'm just
Oh.
saying you had a 15 before, now it's 16. Okay. So, as you guys finish up your evening and head back to the the village, who
You said it was
has
like it's probably what 3:30 at that point.
at this point it was already like 4 in the afternoon, so we're pushing like 5 to 6 now. Like
We're like, okay.
it's evening's about to hit.
Yeah, I'm
You're
not
get-
going back.
You guys are coming back for dinner. You're not going back to the village?
I
you
mean, it's
going?
not late enough.
That's up to you. If they're going back for dinner. Dinner time is about to happen. So if you want to,
It's dinner time.
Fine. As
It's up to
everybody's
you.
getting out of the pool, I'll actually get out of the damn pool.
That's
Use
like that
my
little kid that
ability
doesn't
to
want to go.
pull the water out of my clothes.
nice. Yep. You just kind of like run your hand down your dress or your clothing, and it just kind of like the water like perfectly pulls out of all of the clothing you have.
Yeah, because I'm still wearing like the spider silk outfit that we were
I'm-
given.
I look at Iskra. I'm like, "Can you?" And I shake my wings a little bit.
Of course, I'll do
Yeah.
the same to him.
Sure.
It's like might take a little bit though.
Oh,
Are
hell,
we just like forming a line, or
just
I
What?
kind of
Both
look
of
at
us
Sonder
at the same-
for-
Sonder,
I'll do this side,
Sonder
you
and
do that.
Iskra are at the same time on like opposite sides of each other. You guys are basically
It's just walking.
car wash.
car wash
Like
walking
the car
through.
wash things. And then after y'all go through that, I'm just casting gust like to like clear everyone's hair out. No.
who getting a blowout?
And oh my god.
Everyone's hair is just like
Um,
huge.
And then, I mean, 4 of us don't even have to dry our clothes.
It's
We
true.
just have to be the rest of us dry.
It's team building.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're good. So for
You
expedience,
know, Galil, part of me is actually kind of liking being here. Just to answer you a little more fully.
Aw.
I say as I'm drying him off.
Oh, that's sweet.
Thank you. But if you're protecting me, I'll protect you any day.
Thanks, eh?
as I'm putting my clothes on, or rather the armor and my clothes on, I look up. It's been 400 years since I've had a place that I've really felt like I could call it home. And not so much place, but I'm glad to say that I found home in some people.
Grab a hole?
Oh my god.
I just smile.
Sweet.
Is Salt still
Next.
with everyone, or did I already take off?
No, I'm imagining
This isn't
everybody
next.
kind of left out, like
Okay.
everybody left.
Salt
And
grabs everyone in his huge arms and gives them all the squishes everyone together for a big group.
okay.
So I wanna make a dex check to see if I dodge out of the way, and then I'll like
Same.
grab onto him, like show that I'm still being affectionate, but
Let him
No,
hug
no, no,
you.
not the wings.
So
pretty much.
What you're saying is I
I try to
Because
grab
of
you back
personal
into it.
reasons now, I do not like to be in close spaces.
Okay,
so
let me hear Cusco.
That's a 23 if it matters.
not in the zone of truth anymore. What do I roll? Do I roll?
No touching.
Virgin does not
Grapple
it just
on.
happens.
Not touchy.
Yeah.
So, do I roll a dex check or dex
Sure.
save?
It's dexterity check. You can do acrobatics or athletics, whichever one you want to get out of the hug.
I mean, no
No.
matter what, it's gonna be 21. So,
What do I roll?
You get a bonus to
Just
save.
either I don't know. Like, you're just hugging them. It's just, we'll just say for simplicity of the matter, like they kind of just dodge out of the way, but still are part of the group. They're just not being encompassed,
I'm gonna roll
Yeah,
survival.
fishes.
so that your lungs don't get crushed. Probably a good idea.
See how I do.
Anybody have a revivify? Hand or-
17.
Covered,
We
and
got-
I didn't
we got
get
the 20
crushed,
21.
so I can do this.
Too bad we already used that diamond.
Right? Oh
Have
no.
more.
Wait, what?
hey, I have diamonds.
You use the
Oh.
diamonds?
Or what?
Wait,
No.
no, nobody knows that.
For what
except
it's worth,
for
I
Glue.
rolled an 11
I
for
I told Iskra actually. So,
And Iska just said it out loud. Wait, so you use the diamonds?
Used a diamond.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Hello, boobs.
Not for long.
You don't get to make that claim for much longer.
I know, which is why I'm doing it right now.
All right. So you guys head back to the village, preparing for the evening's ritual. Preparing
You-
for. Go ahead.
If you want to remember what you look like as a hobgoblin, I can draw you like one of my, like a French Khalil.
You would really do that?
I mean, I did this one of you
When did you do that?
while you were sleeping,
earlier.
Earlier.
We're not as he's contemplating Kindred turning back. I walk over. I have a question.
Me?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, back when we were all in school, or rather very young for any of you who didn't go to school,
that's him.
how they would, hypothesize if you were turned into the opposite gender for a day.
Yeah.
I've always wondered.
Are there things you figured out that would have been a question mark in those conversations?
You want to help me
That's a
find
good
out?
question.
Oh.
No, you're not. My
Then don't
type at
ask if
the
you don't want to
moment.
know.
Oh my god.
All right. And we're going to walk off.
As you guys are
And,
walking,
Shyly turned back to Sonder. Yeah, like anything. It'll be a crazy story to tell once upon a time.
Absolutely, and it'll be purely artistic
Oh, of course.
for your eyes only.
Well, I mean, and yours because you drew it, but
In my yes.
yeah. Now, when we get back to camp,
Sure.
okay.
You guys walk
Go
back,
back with a little bit more pep in my step. No.
just all excited. Walking back to the camp. The sun is starting to
I know
set.
on fire.
The sun is starting to set. And you guys looking forward to the evening's events. Pass into the illusioned wall that keeps the village safe from the outside world. On the outside, amongst the webbing that had covered parts of the forest, a humanoid face plasters itself through webbing where there had before been nothing. And as the webbing wraps around its body, large arms extend outwards and start grabbing at the tree as it climbs up higher, pulling itself from limb to limb. As more webbing catches on its body, more of its invisible form becoming visible. Now with this webbing stuck to its body as it pulls, encase is a good word. Encase in webbing as it pulls itself higher and higher on the branches. And that is where we will end off for the evening.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right.
So,
This was fun.
whoa!
Yeah.
What wild shenanigans. This is what I mean whenever I say, I have an idea what might happen. Do I know for sure what's going to happen? No.
Was any of this part of your idea?
No. Well, some of it was like in there as possibilities, but
I still
the
have
exact
so much more
events.
to do.
I know, me too. I had like 2 more pages of stuff for today, but it didn't quite work out that way. So,
Well, it's my last day. I wanted to enjoy it and just, have
I
fun.
want a scavenger hunt.
Go on a scavenger hunt.
Game where a 2-day battle takes 5 minutes and a conversation takes
can take forever. Yeah. He goes back and forth all the time.
Make it skinny dipping conversation.
Yeah, right. Skinny dipping conversation at that, and then turn into zone of truth. A zone of truth. It's not even truth or dare. It was just zone of
Make
truth.
it in more than one
Yeah.
way.
truth or truth.
Truth or truth.
Truth or truth.
Yeah, you guys stripped down to your very insides.
It could be fun, like
Except
actual.
for Iskra, apparently. Iskra didn't.
Iskra did well. Iskra did well.
Iskra
Yeah,
got
she did.
the
She still
boots off, and then maybe the jacket. I imagine the jacket didn't go in.
Well, I was just wearing the spider silk,
silk.
stuff that we were
Mhm.
given.
Oh, right,
so-
right, right.
So
Yeah.
we were able to hear her entering.
Yeah, so she actually entered. She did make the splashing sound when she hit the water. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We'll see if we can actually put up a little of something. Like we'll do another Lord Dumplings or something later in the week if we get the opportunity to cover some more things.
Each episode part 2. Let's do it.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, who knows? All right. Once again, thank you for joining us. We will see you next time. Y'all be safe, be good, be nice.
New body, who this?
Yeah, we'll see about
Night,
that.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.